That was close. Hi, everybody. I'm Terri Hardin, Walt Disney's legendary Imagineer. And I am a little bit late today because life's been a little crazy this morning. It's Friday. For those of you who are joining me live, thank you for joining me live. And for those of you who are joining me later, please post in the comments how you like this and everything. They do go long. So if you're new to this, you're going to look at this and go, my gosh, she's talked for 3 hours. This is the pandemic version, if you will. Ever since the pandemic took hold of us and isolated us, many of you have said to me, please make it longer. I need to survive. And there are many people out there who need Disneyland like a blood transfusion. Good news. It's about to open. And you were just getting really depressed and going down the rabbit hole. And I wanted to make sure that you had something to listen to on Mondays and Fridays to help you hang on even if it's by your fingernails, hang on because we're almost there. And for those of you out of state, we get closer and closer and closer. Okay. So fear not. And that's why I go long. So for those of you who are new, you don't have to stay for the full 2.5 to 3 hours that I speak. It's sort of a hokey pokey thing, right foot in, right foot out. I will be doing highlights. I'll do a playlist of the highlights at some point here. I keep saying I want to do that, but there's a lot going on in my life right now. My hitchhiking ghosts have arrived and I want to get them in the mail to all of the expecting parents of that ghost set. So today, after I get off here, I'm going to race and get them mailed out today. So they expected people for the month of March get them because, hello, we're in April. And then I have to turn right around again and do April. Yeah, so it's a revolving door that I haven't quite got a good hold on. And pray that we can keep this momentum up until they are all shipped in October. So only can ship 5 because of the pandemic. My manufacturer is has so few people working on the illumination part of the ghosts that it's a bit of a challenge. There we go. My face worked that time. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. But what I'll do is I'll show you them once again. Here they are. These are my illuminating ghosts. They're designed to illuminate. So they look like little specters on your shelf when you put them up there. You'll notice that Professor Phineas is not only in his cape, but his leg shows through his carpet bag, which I'm very proud of. I call that my happy accident. But there you go. So the light isn't the same intensity throughout the ghost because I wanted it to illuminate like a specter. And then I also have the black light ghosts. They're supposed to go out this month to those of you who have ordered those. They look like, here we go. They look like this. There they are. These are the black light ghosts. You can learn all about these by going to my website and clicking on the online store, and you get to learn more about that. The pins, my pumpkin sculpting tools, whatever is interest, spend some time in there. You don't have to buy. You can go in there. You can check it out. You can be super, super happy to see it. And yeah, it's really, really super special. So you go to my website, which I will put up here. There we go. Wait, there it is. So there it is. Here's my website right here. You go there in the bar above. It says online store. Understand it is in flux. So you may go there and it looks like one thing and then all of a sudden it looks like another. I'm working on it with my web designer, but she's very busy and we're trying to get as little, just a little bit, but soon the website will look like the website's supposed to have everything you can navigate. And feel free to go there and opt in for notifications when I'm doing things. understand I don't hit you with a lot of emails. In fact, most of you will say I barely hit you with any emails, and that's because it's been in such flux. But you can sign up at my website and get some little drawings I did of Minnie, and I think there's my Jewels of the Park there. Things you can just download for my thank you for your email. So if you want to do that, feel free. You can do that too, and there you go. So Disneyland, yeah, and I also talked about A Taste of Disney. It's actually a touch of Disney, but today I will speak to you a little bit about that sort of thing. Here we go. Let me get back to that. Okay, so if you're trying to post with Facebook, let me just look and see what it says here. It says, okay. No, it looks like you're good. Looks like you're good. Okay. Sometimes I have to give StreamYard permission so that you can post as well, but looks like I did. So the rest will be from you guys. We'll keep a look on this. If this looks like it's a little bit strange and not happening, we'll do the best we can. It's Friday. It's a little weird. Hopefully all will be good. But anyway, welcome if you're joining me from wherever you're joining me and it's the first time. This is a place where I tell stories. I've been an Imagineer since 1987. I was in-house for a while, and now I'm a come here, get away Imagineer, and that works for me. And I love it. I also do collectibles, all kinds of fun stuff. And yesterday, I went to a Touch of Disney. There it is. Yes, those of you who are thinking of doing this, they have extended it through, I guess, the 19th, as I understand it, from you guys. And it's pretty exciting. And yeah, pretty cool. Hold on a second. I got couple of things here. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure people aren't writing to me and saying something's wrong with my feed. So forgive me for looking at my phone. But this is something you want to grab when you're there. It's the map. It's going to show you. The thing that's kind of cool about grabbing one of these guys is it sort of talks about there will be a time when this pandemic is in our rearview mirror permanently. And it's kind of nice to have stuff like this that talks about the mask you have to wear and the rules and regulations here to have, right? So it just goes all the way through of what you've got to do and how it's got to be worn at the boat, like nose and mouth and stuff like that. So picking one of these up is kind of neat because all of this is the COVID-19 warning and all of that cool stuff, as well as a wonderful map and the foods and stuff inside here. Understand, I think one of you who worked at Walt Disney World was saying that you were saying that forgive me, guys. I think what I need to do is it looks like maybe the comments are having some trouble coming from Facebook. So let me just look real quick. And it's got privacy for you guys. And so it won't allow comments if I don't do this right. So let me just look and let me just make sure. If I lose you, I'll come back, okay? Okay, I'm going back. I don't know exactly how to go back. All right, guys, I will come back. Okay. Let me know if I'm here, guys, because that was a little weird. You know how wonderful it is to be able to stream live. You know how wonderful it is to be able to uh, talk to you across the water like this. Just confirm that you can see me and you can hear me, because it was getting a little weird. So I wanted to make sure that there wasn't a hitch in the get along. And then everything went dark. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for saying that. Sometimes you just have to have a little bit of patience. And when something goes wrong, it's not the time to get all panicky. It's the time to say, okay, let's just walk through this and figure out what it is. Grr, grr. And luckily, that's what I did. So thank you for your patience. Those of you who are early got to see me, get through something weird. And then add in, I don't know much about technology. So I was all ready to just kind of say, let me do it over, right? Okay, so thank you. What I'm going to do here now is pull up my questions from Leo, because he sent them to me this way. I don't know if he sent them to me in a email today so I could print them out, but honestly, it was a racy, speed up day. So before we get into the ask me anything, I want to show you some things you can get if you are going to do a touch of Disney. So grab the map is the first one. Second thing I wanted to show you was this is what you're going to get. Many of you tend to be a little bit curious about this. So here, I'm going to just turn the light on. You get a ticket, which you all know and love, okay? And you're gonna get emotional. Be ready for it, because that's okay. You haven't been to Disneyland for over a year, and if you cry, they understand. And here is the dining card. That's worth $25, and you can use it in a restaurant. I want you to know that you can use this in a restaurant. It's just not good for alcohol, but that's pretty cool right there. And then you want to pick up a map. They'll tell you to pick up a map. So you got the map right there. Yeah. And then for those of you who are pass holders and you're wondering what the hey, there's a special spot you can go to get a Touch of Disney button that says Legacy Pass holders. And I know many of you are going to like this, because as soon as it shifts back over to whatever pass holder annual pass thing we get to do, and then you get a magnet. So here's the magnet. Says Legacy Pass holders, says Disneyland Resort. So these are all kind of a fun thing for memories of the COVID-19 experience at California Adventure. Right? And then we went to the Carthay Circle for lunch. And I'm going to tell you, that was probably the best idea I had seen. And Disney is going to lean a lot on Wi-Fi. Here's the drink menu. Isn't it cute? And it's paper. You can take it with you because they're not going to take it back. So it's very pretty. But here's the thing. So here's the little pile of stuff that you can get, and it doesn't cost you anything, and you can hang on to it, because once it's expired, it's got a code on the back so they can see, just like a credit card, if it's expired and whatever, and then all of this. This is a special spot. So if you are a Legacy Pass holder, you're going to need your driver's license, which is a no-brainer because you got there one way or another. And also, you're going to need your pass. So you can put your pass confirmation on your phone, or you can keep it with you in your wallet or purse. Let me point out that the Wi-Fi at Disneyland right now is not that great. So I'm hoping before they open on the 30th that they're going to be better. Also, if you go to Carthay and you get a fun drink, so let me just show you what I'm talking about here. I didn't take a lot of pictures because really you're walking around, you're eating, and that's about it. So here's some pictures right here for your enjoyment. You're greeted by Minnie in a mask. And there we are together. We took a little quick thing as we walked in. And then this is the way it looks first thing in the morning. It does fill up. Weekends are insane, I hear. So if you are going, just remember to do your best. Here's the wonderful group of people that invited me to be a part of their group. They have all been vaccinated. I've only been vaccinated once, and they were very watchful of me and protective of me and making sure people stayed 6 feet away from me because I've only had one dose, and everyone else has had their full doses and their full 15. So they were out and about. They're just wonderful people. And here's the drink that has this lovely little glowy thing on top with the C. Someone said today, my friend Holly Mack from my Patreon page said it looks like the coronavirus. I certainly hope not. You can see there's these little Mickeys all around it there. You see them? Isn't that cute? There's even a hole at the top. You might be able to make it a necklace, or, you know, if you like the big dangle earrings, maybe that's a big heavy earring. And there it is lighting up for you on this wonderful drink. It was advised that I take a drink. And then an added bonus was the cactus flowers were blooming in Radiator Springs. So this is kind of what we got. The next was a little, I broadcasted live for my patrons. And here is the little guy. So if I cut back to this, I can show you that there it is. And when you squeeze it, it goes blue. Here's where it clipped on the cup. And then you see how it sort of sparkles. And then if you push it again, it doesn't sparkle. So it's a lot of fun. If you want that, you know. But I think a restaurant is a good idea if you're someone who's not real good with the app on the phone. Or the other challenge is, as I mentioned today on the Patreon page, that you have to order a lot of the things on the app. And if the Wi-Fi isn't good, you're struggling the entire time you're there. And then you have to get in a line. There's only 2 where you go up and you pre-order everything, and then you go around and you pick it up. So that can be challenging too. Just have a little patience and know that there are upsides and downsides to the park. Nothing is running right now ride-wise, but they are showing you the rides running, just nobody can get on them. And I don't know if that's kind of a fun thing or not. Kind of like, hey, it's weird. But you walk around and you go to a couple of booths to pick up food. The characters are sprinkled throughout the park, but you can't stand near them. We saw Chippendale in the woods, and we saw a few other characters. Mickey was on a little balcony, and we got some pictures in front of them. In front of him a bit. He seemed to be in good form. Very happy to see everybody. But it's fun. One thing is the cable cars aren't running, so you can stand in the middle of the street and kind of get your bearings without getting run over. If those of you have done California Adventure before, you're kind of like, where is, what is, all that. All of the stores are closed, so everything is outside, and yeah, like that. That's kind of the nutshell version of it. If you're going to go do a touch of Disney, I think it's fun. I will be honest with you. The most fun was sitting in the Carthay Circle, and also they took me to see, I think it's called the Lamplight, and we sat and had talked while we had food in our little pod, and that was what was really fun. I found that to be, but then that's me anyway. I mean, I really, really enjoy talking with all of you guys when I see you. So that's the fun part. And it did not deliver again. It's still the fun part. It was still the funnest part was talking to people about A Taste of Disney. Okay. So many of you are probably saying, what about Disneyland? If you don't watch the news, or the news bothers you, or you want the Cliff Notes version, why are you coming here? No, just kidding. I will tell you that I was a little confused when they announced how Disneyland is going to open to those of you who want to go, that need it like a blood transfusion and want to get there. Understand, first of all, first caveat, and sorry I have to say it, it's for California residents only. And I know from many of you that aren't California residents, and you may be holding tickets, that this is kind of sad news. But if we keep doing as well as we're doing, and we keep wearing our masks and social distancing, and by far getting the vaccine, that is the most important thing. And I wondered, I don't think I brought it with me. I'm so bummed. My favorite gift was a button that I got from someone, said, "I'm vaccinated." And it was a Disney button, like anniversary button, except for it said vaccinated, and someone had made them. Apparently you can get them on Etsy. That was my greatest thing, is to wear it. And I meant to wear it to show that I was vaccinated. I'm going to never take that off. I think it's on my skull coat that you saw in that picture. I'm just so excited to get that button. And they were so nice to give it to me. That was really cool to me. But basically, if we keep getting vaccinated and we social distance and we wear a mask, it will open up to those of you out of state. So hang in there, hang on. If you're hanging by your fingernails, I'm here for you. I'll tell you a bunch of stories. I'll answer a lot of questions. But I want to make sure that you understand that this bit that I'm about to tell you is for California residents only. So what happens is, and thank goodness for many people who helped me decipher the code that Disney seemed to be talking. And then the news today also helped me a bit as well. But what it is starting today, the 9th, the 9th, you can, if you had tickets before the shutdown last year, you can go on the Disney app and look for dates that you would like to reserve. You can discuss it with your family. They're giving you some running room, because come Monday, the 12th, is when you can start to make your reservations. This is kind of allowing you to prepare, which I appreciate from Disney, because just imagine if they open it up for you to start to make reservations and you have no idea of how these reservations are working, or what the restrictions are, or all of that. You can learn all of that if you study. So today you can go on there and you can look around, and I think anyone can do that, but I'm not sure. You may have to be someone who has a ticket, but I don't know why it would matter if you want to just go in there and peek and see what the dates are, and see what the capacity is, and see what the rules are, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if you have one of those tickets that you've been hanging on to for over a year, then you can start booking your reservations on the 12th, April 12th, okay? So April 12th, if you had tickets at the time of the lockdown, you can then use them. And unfortunately, sadly, it doesn't cover pass holders. So we're kind of out on a ledge where we're going to have to buy a real ticket, because there is no such thing as a pass, as an annual pass right now. So we're kind of out of the loop. So, but those of you who bought tickets and live in California, you can start making your reservations as of April 12th. Okay. So that's just to allow you a few days, but do it right away. Guys, clear your calendar so that you can make your reservations on the 12th. Okay. Because I don't know that the 13th and 14th, there's going to be, I don't know how many people who live in California were holding tickets, right? So you want to do it, and it opens at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is when they start allowing you. So today at 8, they allowed you to take a peek at the what, when, where, and how. I don't know if you have to have a ticket in order to do that, but hey, take a look, see. And if you know, post in the comments. Post over here in the comments, and we'll do our best to give you as much information while I'm yapping away and telling you stories based on the questions that you're giving me today. Okay. So that's first and foremost is, if you have tickets, and today the 9th, you can take a peek at what the reservations look like. And then if you have tickets from before the pandemic started, you can start booking on the 12th. Those of us who are annual pass holders, or we didn't have tickets, we're all in that same kind of blob, you can start to get your tickets as of April 15th. And I don't want to say if there's any available. We're just going to stay positive and say there will be some available, but you're going to have to be quick on the trigger. You know, if you tried for this Touch of Disney deal, you know that that was challenging. Also, let me give you a little bit more information. You can book a group of 10 people, but you have to kind of connect them. And if you have been here and tried to do that for Rise of the Resistance, it can be challenging. Let me say it that way. So the Wi-Fi, I really want to do a shout out to Disney. You're going to have to boost that Wi-Fi if you're not already doing it. I kind of think you already are doing it. If you're going to be so app centric, you're going to need to have a better Wi-Fi, because people who don't have know how to use the phone, or those who use it but cannot get on the internet, are going to find themselves challenged, because there's a lot of contactless stuff. There's a lot of, when you order, they want you to do it on the app. There's a lot of when you want to sign up for attractions. Now, they say they're not going to do too much attraction signing, with the exception of Rise of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance, same way. They're going to do it pretty much, it sounds like, the way they did it before the pandemic started, but they're not saying that other attractions are going to be like that. Now, we have many a slip between cup and lip, right? So could change before as we go along. But right now, just give them a grain of salt. Know if you need Disneyland like a blood transfusion, do your best to get in there if you live in California. And those of you who are outside of California, it's coming soon. Okay, they've got you in their mind. Plus, their first announcement said no park hopping, and now they're going to allow you to purchase a park hopper ticket, but the park hopping will happen later in the day. So you won't be able to park hop early in the morning. You'll have to park hop over to California Adventure Park after a certain hour, which they dictated. I think it said it was 1 o'clock or something. But that's the news I have. I'm so excited for you guys. I most likely won't be going. But I'm excited for you guys to be going, and I want to thank Keith. I want to thank Keith Rogers for having me come with his group. He actually got me a ticket to go to a Touch of Disney and spend the day with them, and I want to thank you for that. I had mentioned that if someone wanted to get me a ticket, I would come with them and their party and spend the day with them. And that was really sweet of them to do it. That was sort of off the cuff. People do it all the time, but in the pandemic time, each one of those is a little commodity. So don't worry about bringing me along. I really love it that you get to go. So, and just think of it as a Disney race. Those of you who run, you got to be quick on the trigger. Don't give up. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I wish you the best in getting a ticket. And then Monday, I'm on at 9:25 here, okay? And I'm also on at 8:35 with the Patreon page. To both of you, to all of you, if you're looking to get tickets, ignore me. Don't watch it later. Get your tickets first, okay? My feelings won't be hurt. You got to get in and get on it if you had tickets already. And if not, if you learn anything more, then come and share with me what you learned, okay? All right. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you about Disney? No. Oh, I will say, if you go down there now to downtown Disneyland, or you go, or you are with Touch of Disney, you will see that Disneyland has a pulse. So if you went early and it was just dead silent, nothing happening, it now has a pulse. Okay. And that pulse means that sometimes they run the trains through. Sometimes you'll see someone replacing flowers on the Mickey face. And walking around, and it'll just get your excitement up. So if you're in the area and you want to pop over there, I highly recommend, if you haven't had your vaccine yet, do not do it on a weekend. Way too many people there on a weekend. But if you do it during the week, you're going to be fine. You're able to social distance safely, and they have a mindset of that too. So there you go. Let me pop into Leo's questions first. We past couple of times, we haven't had the benefit of the Leo Holzer questions, and so I'm very excited today. He writes, yesterday you visited downtown Disney. Not really. I visited a taste, which now I found out is the word is touch of Disney. That's all I did. Okay. I am not yet fully vaccinated. And neither is my husband. So I still have to be careful about wandering. And it was so sweet of Keith and his group, all of them, because they were very, very watchful of me. They said, we've been fully vaccinated. We've gone our 15 days beyond being vaccinated. But if there's any concerns you have, we're here to help you. And they formed a nice little group around me and made sure that, they didn't like stop, but they just did things. They were always thinking about me and my situation, and we walked, but I always noticed I was in between people. I wasn't on the outside edge in case people passed too close or whatever. They were really, really wonderful about it, and I want to thank them again for having me. I couldn't have had a better time, and I really enjoyed just sitting and talking with them. They kept saying, if you see anybody or whatever. Kind of hard to tell when people are in masks. I mean, my hair and my coat is a giveaway, but I didn't run into a lot of people, and I didn't go out of my way to look for people because I was with this group, and they had paid to have me there. They had bought me my ticket, and they actually took care of me all the way across the board. They took me to lunch and dinner. They were just so sweet. And I want to thank each and every one of you. A nice shout out to Karen. Happy birthday, Karen. It was her birthday yesterday, and she was our official guide. She was a big help, and took me to places I didn't know were there because I don't spend a lot of time in the California Adventure Park. Also, there's a lady named Margaret. She knows so much about Disney. It was wonderful to chat with her. Carol was lovely. She was in a scooter and just adorable. And I thanked everybody by giving them a hitchhiking ghost pin. And Carol really just got real emotional when she got it, which was very cute. So I thank them again. I went there, and Leo asked, how did it feel just to be on park property? Well, I go a lot. So that's not a disclaimer, but I did not cry when I went back. I was more tiggery. I was more bouncy. It was great to be able to sit and talk with people, and to sit and have a meal, and to sit without it being this kind of a thing or Zoom. I'm very grateful for this. Thank God the pandemic hit when we could do this kind of stuff, but oh my goodness, just being across from people and talking to them. That's what I've done ever since I was a little girl, because there was no this, right? So I really, really enjoyed that. That was really special. But Margaret said she got 2 steps towards the sign where Minnie was in her mask and started to get very emotional. Keith said he too got emotional, but was glad he was wearing sunglasses so he could be stoic. Just got misty-eyed. But there's a lot of people that got very emotional, and you have the right to do that. You love this park. This is like seeing family after a year and a half. So don't look at those who cry as being silly, and if you're one of those people that is getting very emotional and very excited, cut yourself a break. This is your family, and you finally get to see your family. I get to see my mom after I'm vaccinated. My second vaccine is the end of April. Then I've got to wait 15 days. So I'm not going to be able to see my mom at the convalescent hospital until May. Once I do it in May, it will be a year and a half I have not seen my mother. So it's going to be really, that is where I'm going to get a little bit emotional. She may get emotional. We may all be getting emotional because I'll actually be able to see her and hug her because we've had our vaccines. So I'm just, yeah. So that's kind of my energy, my energy there. Did you actually feel in the moment that you missed it more than you thought you had? How long has it been since your last visit? Exactly a year and a half. So here's what happened. In 2019, I traveled all over the world speaking to you guys and sharing with you how to be an Imagineer, why you are worthy of whatever you want to do for a living that might be different from the norm. And finally, I saw, let's see, I went to most of the parks, but then in 2020, I was going to only go to 3 or 4 places, most of those across the pond. I was going to see London, I was going to see Paris, I was going to see most of my European friends over there, and the lockdown happened. So all I did was get to Florida and back. Before I had a Florida visit in January, I got to see Tony Baxter, and I got to see some of my friends over there, including Tony and Michael Brogy. Got to see both of them. It was great. Got to see a bunch of you out there. But then the lockdown happened almost immediately when I came. Well, it was after February, wasn't it? So, but that was the only trip I got to take. And I miss you guys, because I traveled so much in 2019, I should have had wings. I was in the air all the time. So I love to fly. So I was missing that. So it's been a long time since I've been to Disneyland, and I'm usually at Disneyland a lot. So I had not the top annual pass, but the second one down, because I'll never go during the holidays. It's just not going to happen. And so I bought the second tier down because my big thing with the annual passes is parking. I like to have the parking paid for, so I don't have to worry about anything. But here's my pass, check me in, whoop, there I go, right? Now, you might think as an Imagineer, I'll get free tickets. They don't really do that much anymore, and I'm a different kind of Imagineer, so that happens not at all. I could probably go to a spot and get a free ticket, but it was just too much, and I can deduct it on my taxes. So, because I go and see you guys so much. So, for example, in that year, 2019, I was at Disneyland visiting you over 54 times. So my pass really pays for itself. So I think the biggest heartbreaker about not having a pass is not getting parking, because the parking is the thing that is my big thing. I'm all about parking, seriously. And Keith Rogers not only got me a ticket, but allowed me to park in his hotel. He got me a car pass to park at his hotel, which is across the street from Disneyland. Because here's the thing, guys, you park in the Mickey and Friends and you got to walk over from Mickey and Friends. There are no trams running. So that being said, many people are paying the $10 to stay at the downtown Disney parking and walking over for a touch of Disney. So these are some things I just want you guys to know, because I learned this from not only my patrons, but when I was there. Okay. And so Keith really helped me out by allowing me to park. Not only that, but they open at 11:30, and then Touch of Disney opens at 12. And Karen had booked the Carthay Circle at 12. So they would be sitting there worrying about where I was. Can I make it? Because I got to park my car first, then I got to walk, then I got to find it, blah, blah, blah. They were just concerned. So this way I was able to leave early, meet them around 11:45, so they could just relax and know that I was there, that everything was cool, and I could go ahead and tell them stories like I'm telling you, only live in person, which is great, right? Super great. So, there we go. I forgot to turn my teapot on. Boy, what a day. What a week I'm having. What a day I'm having. So that's the thing. You do get to park for free with the tickets for a touch, but you may not want to make that walk. And if you don't, you kind of just balance. Do you want to pay the extra $10 and save yourself time? Also, the big surprise, the big plus of being at a Touch of Disney is they have these sales. So all the stores are closed. All the restaurants are outdoor. You're going to have outdoor dining. You have to sit when you eat. Do not take your mask off for a selfie. Don't do it. They've got the Disney police everywhere. They will extract you from there. So please take it with your mask on, and understand that if you take it with your mask on, this is going to commemorate. Here's my lovely, I'm here with my group here, all of these lovely people. There's going to be a time when you look back at this and go, I remember when we had to do this. So wear your mask proudly, be with your friends, You can take it off when you're sitting and eating together in a circle. Just understand it will, if we keep doing this the right way, these will soon be able to be removed and we can have selfies the way we're used to, okay? You can also do selfies and take selfies without your mask if you like when you're sitting with your group. So you saw that I had this lovely picture of this drink right here. And this is the lovely Karen. It's her birthday. And you see, we don't have masks on because we're in our pod. Okay. So we were able to take pictures of each other without all of that once we were in our designated little area. Okay. So protect each other, protect, follow the rules, because California Adventure, they drop from the sky kind of and get you. Okay. Also, if you're out of state, you may want to wait till June, because I'm sure you heard Marvel is opening up June 4th. So you can kind of have a double whammy, Super exciting. Okay, let's see what else Leo has to say. Or ask. So how was parking? Just spoke about that. See, I know what you guys want to hear. How was parking? And then how were the cast members you encountered? Now, here's the thing about me, and I'm sure many of you are the same way. I want to know from each cast member how they're feeling. Cast members like to be conversed with, wouldn't you say? And it's really nice to ask them not only how's your day going, et cetera, but how do you feel being back? Many of them had only been back a day or two. And were ecstatic, joyful, fun, happy. Now, we had a server at Carthay Circle named Dom. And he was just a lovely guy. But one of the things that was challenging him was that we're all eating outdoors, and there are barriers all over California Adventure Park that are do not go here. And one of the things you cannot do is cut through the tables to avoid a quite long line. There's a big long line for those who are ordering at an iPad when their phone doesn't seem to be working for them to order food. Okay, so there are two lines you can stand in, make all your food orders, and then go around and pick them up. That's how it works, yeah? But you can also do that on your phone if the Wi-Fi is good. That's what I'm talking about, yeah? So that line goes in front of Carthay Circle. So if people want to avoid it, one of the things they would do is attempt to cut through the tables at Carthay Circle, even though there's a barrier there. Okay, there is a barrier there. And this is where Dawn, the cast member, was having a challenge. He was sitting there saying the frustrating thing for him was that he's coming around with a tray and he's getting ready to serve people, and these people cut through. He can have a collision. They're trying to keep everybody safe. They don't like the idea of, a person just suddenly going through there without authorization. So finally, they worked it out that they put more of a barrier there, but he was having a little bit of a challenge with that. And of course, we all empathized with him, because that's a drag. That's a drag. You got to follow the rules. If you don't want to follow the rules, don't go. Okay? It's as simple as that. They are extremely strict. And like tigers, if you are wearing, they don't go, get that up there. But they do gently tell you, you cannot take your mask off. They will give you like a warning one, I guess. But Karen has been to A Touch of Disney several times, and she would not take her mask off for a selfie. Apparently, she got reprimanded one time, and that's all it took. One hand slap. She did not want to be, ejected from the park. I mean, who would, right? Who wants to sit there and say, oh, yeah, I paid $75 to do this, and now I want to be ejected from the park? Of course you don't. You want to be able to enjoy yourself. So do that. It is a bit challenging when the weather is hot and you're walking around. These masks are designed to protect you so they don't breathe so well, do they? And it's a fantastic honestly, it gets hot, it gets a little sweaty, you get a little bit itchy. So you've just got to take your golden opportunities where you can. We would sit down and kind of wipe our face with a nice cloth or something when we had the opportunity to do so when we were in our pods and at our table or sitting together. Okay, so that's the best thing I can tell you about Disneyland. And oh, so happy to have my teapot. But yes, so that's kind of the things I can tell you about and the things I can kind of warn you about. Yay, it's great to be able to be in the Mickey and Friends parking lot, but walking from there, if you're someone who has a walker or or you don't move fast, you get tired easily, you may want to pay that extra $10 and do the downtown Disney parking lot and save yourself a little headache. And then you can walk through downtown Disney. I actually thought I might go through downtown Disney, but I changed my mind. I just went wherever my group went. They had paid for me to be there. They were so sweet. And they were there for a touch of Disney. They weren't there for downtown Disney. So they probably would have gone out and gone with me, but I just said, I'll save that for another day, like after I'm vaccinated, right? And then I might go down there and just say hi to people who are coming in and out of the Disneyland parks once it's open. Maybe I'll go and be in downtown Disney and they can meet me afterwards, and maybe we'll eat at a restaurant or see the Star Wars store or something. There's lots of ways I work around it. So for Christmas, a lot of times I will be in downtown Disney and we'll have lunch outside in downtown Disney, because I will not go in the park. It's just too crowded. It's just that many people are just too much for me. So there you go. Let's see. So the cast members were lovely. Bag check and physical distancing. Yeah, the physical distancing on so Leo asks bag check and physical distancing. Okay, they have things everywhere. Disney does it the way Disney does it, and they have indications everywhere, and they continually, even if you want to take pictures. So the one you saw us do for Walt, they make sure you are distanced. They never let up. And I appreciated that very, very much. And you saw the Legacy Pass, where you go to a special place to get the magnet, to get the button, and you can have a special Legacy Pass holder photo taken. Again, they make sure you social distance. One of the funny things that happened, I have to say, is that we social distanced to go one direction. I'm not even sure what it was for, but you become like a lemming, don't you? You jump in a line and you're social distancing. And then somebody walked up to us and said, well, what are you in line for? And we said the animation store. They wanted to go into that animation store on the boulevard. And the girl said, oh, just turn around. That girl is the one that will let you in and out of the store. And we're like, oh, we must have been there 10 minutes chatting away before we realized we could have walked right in if we had talked to the other cast member. So you got to kind of pay attention. Not every bathroom is open. So if you're someone who wants to kind of guide your trip by bathroom stops, be sure to take a look at that map and make sure you know where the bathrooms are. This became a little challenging for a couple of our people in the group. You start to get a little angry and mad because, every bathroom you go to is not open. And, oh, that's so good. So that was a little bit challenging. And but it was fun. It was entertaining, and people would go off into little areas to see if some of these little nooks and crannies had anything to offer, and they would come back and say no, they don't. So everything is closed. There's nothing. Everything is outside that you get to see. Nothing is indoors. Nada, except for that one animation shop. It was open, and that's what blew us away, because everything else was closed. And you go inside that animation shop and look at their stuff, and I was confused by a lot of art in there, honestly. But they, great stuff. And it was many of you were talking about these keys that Disney has been producing. They're very pretty. I may have to create one of my own. Pardon me. Many of you had said you'd like me to create my own key, and I had no idea what you were talking about. Well, I finally got to see him, and I got to chat with the cast member there. She was super sweet, and we had a great time. And then there was an Imagineer over at the Lamplighter. Maybe you can correct me on that over here. She just wanted to know what it would take to be an Imagineer, and she was really cute, because she said, I really got to do my job. I'd love to talk. So I went over and joined my group. You know, we were social distancing and talking. And then after I joined the group waiting to be seated, she came around to talk to me again. So it was really cute. I can't talk. Oh, well, maybe I can. So she was really cute and adorable. And I think you're just going to find the experience to be wonderful if you follow the rules. Okay. You can't walk and eat. You have to sit. You got to plant it. And whenever a server comes over, you're going to want to try really hard to make sure you can pop that mask back on, just out of respect for your server. But it was great. And I highly recommend taking that $25, and rather than eat these little nibbles that could have you have a meltdown line after line, is just try to book a restaurant reservation if you can. And sit with your group and talk, and the food's brought to you, and it's joyful. Carthay has these amazing empanadas that have duck confit in them, and oh my God, so good. A taco with some sort of lovely beef thing. The cheese plate is amazing. They have scallops. Oh my gosh, the food is just beautiful. And you sit there, you have a drink, you chat. They allow you, they don't really push you through too aggressively. I mean, if you're going to sit there for 2 hours, they're going to be on your case. But as long as you're ordering and you're eating, they seem to be they're fine with letting you eat there during the week. Okay. During the week, people behave. Weekends, I've seen crazy happen. So if you can book a weekday, please do, for your own safety, unless you're vaccinated. Once you're vaccinated, you can have a little more freedom because you've been vaccinated. So I highly recommend doing this when you're vaccinated. And that's the only reason they got me, was because I got my first vaccine, and Dr. Fauci said it's 75% effective. So I had gone through my days, and I said, cool, let's make it happen. So I was very, very excited. So, but they all took good care of me. So all is good. Bag check, as I started to say, partition and guard, security. They looked through your bag. Basically, I told them a lot of what was in there. I brought a bag that was rather big so that they could hold it open. They had gloves, hold it open and see inside. And then my pins that I gave to everybody are in these bright yellow envelopes. So all I had to do was say, these are the pins. If you want to take it out and examine it, you can. So they could open it, reach inside, and pull this pin out to verify it was a pin if they were concerned. I also had wrapped a package for Karen. It was her birthday, and I wanted to give her something, and I told him that was a birthday present. He was fine. He didn't want me to open it. He wasn't worried about that, but he was able to see the contents of my bag by just going like this. And I did that because I didn't know how much digging they were going to be comfortable doing. So if you can do that, especially one that zips up the top, so, but, if you're one of those people, this works really well. And he was delighted to be back. He was so happy to be back. And they're all excited to welcome you on the 30th. They cannot breathe. They are just counting the days, and they are like little tigers. And it's just great to see them all and to talk about stuff like that. So if you've managed to get Touch of Disney tickets, please talk to them and have a chat with them at a distance. But great fun, just great fun. And to my friend Adam, they are having those photo pass people taking pictures. So they're going to be calling you soon, buddy. I know they'll be calling you soon. Let's see. How were the crowds? So I cannot talk about Downtown Disney because I didn't go. But, and I won't go until I'm fully vaccinated. I just don't want to do that. If I had my group and they had wanted to go, I would have gone. But I did not go this time because it was Touch of Disney Day, so I didn't get to go there. But and the special hard ticket event. I guess the tickets are hard to get, aren't they? I don't know. And I'm grateful to them for getting me the tickets. Giving me a ticket was super sweet. The event got a bit crowded at around after we were at Carthay. So we were at Carthay, I think, till about 1:15. I think we took like an hour 15 to eat. And then when we got out there, there were way more people. They had gone to A Taste of Disney another time earlier, and it was much more sparse. But I did point out that we had just leaped over into the orange tier. So maybe more people felt comfortable, or I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me if they sold more tickets to the Touch of Disney because their capacity could be increased. So this is questions I don't know the answers to, but if you do, please put it in the post-it and I will read it. Okay. And we'll find out. Also, I did hear from you on Monday that they extended it to the 19th. So there was opportunity for you to go. And if this is something that sounds fun for you, it's basically walking and eating and taking distant pictures of characters and shopping. Now, speaking of shopping, shopping's really cool because they have something, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Disney is having some super sales. And by super sales, I'm going to show you, I picked up this little cute little Grogu, better known to many of you as Baby Yoda. Take a look at him. He sells for just under $25, like $24.98 or something like that, $24.99 or something like that, right? And the reason I'm showing him to you is because he's on sale for $10. I know some of you did not hear your ears. You know, you're like, what? Clean my ears up. $10. And he really is made well. Okay. I'm very particular about toys. I'm going to change him into a puppet and show it to my Patreon group. But everything is so nicely sewn. He's even got a little pleat in the back. Why, I have no idea, but I don't care. It's all top stitched very well. The cuffs are sewn very nicely. No frayed edges. It's just beautifully sewn. This fabric is very nice. It's got a little satiny lining underneath. Sorry, I don't mean to, he's just really cute. All the limbs are, they move. That's why I'm going to make him into a puppet, because he's got lots of potential here. And he's got embroidered eyes. So they're not just plastic painted that could scrape off later. They're actually embroidered and set in. It's really, and for $10, it's a steal, guys. So I bought one, and I also bought one to give away on my Patreon page. So we're going to talk about how that giveaway is going to work later. But isn't he the cutest little thing? Oh my gosh, I just love him. And I grabbed him because he was $10. Also, if you're a big fan of mouse ears, those barrette kind, what are they, like $30? They had tons of them on sale for $11.99. So I saw Mickey and Minnie. I saw other ones, but they have got these super sales everywhere. I did not do a lot of shopping because I'm giving away. I'm not accumulating, but I just couldn't resist to get an extra one of those because I know how much my patrons love them. So if you're excited and you're curious about how to become a patron, all you do is jump over to my Patreon page by clicking this link right here. Ba-bam. $5 a month and you get a Zoom call every Wednesday if you want to participate in that. And then before I come on publicly here for the AMA and also my Monday broadcast, I broadcast a special one just for patrons. And then yesterday I did a couple of films. Wi-Fi was kind of, I actually shot Disneyland for them to see Disneyland yesterday. Those videos are exclusive to my Patreon page. So you get a lot of yummy stuff for your $5 a month, or if you want to contribute more, you are welcome to do so. But I want to keep it real so that you guys, so whatever you decide to come in and do, I'm, it's good. Please join me if you'd like to. So I cannot speak to Downtown Disney, but I can speak to the fact that it was very crowded for a Thursday, in my opinion. If I had not had a vaccine, I would have left. But because I had partial vaccine, I felt pretty safe. And I was, like I said, in a bubble of everyone who had been vaccinated. So I felt very, very safe. And so that's my advice, is probably best. I mean, if you're not, you wear your mask, you social distance, and you haven't been vaccinated, it's all cool unless you have someone at home who's high risk like I do. So I'm extra cautious because my husband has only had his first vaccine, and I'm extra cautious. He has been his full 15 days, though. So soon we will be going, and on the 20th, we're going and taking care of his number 2, and I'll be like dancing because that's so cool. One of the people gave me a button that says I'm vaccinated, and it was a Disney button, and that was my favorite thing of the day besides speaking with all of them. So there you go. I'm sorry it's a hard ticket event, but again, getting into Disneyland as soon as they open is also going to be equally as hard. If you are someone who has ever done a Disney race and tried to get in on the 10K, okay, half marathons, a lot of times they stay open a bit. 5Ks, maybe difficult, maybe not, but the 10K is really tough. So you got to get in and you got to get on the trigger. And sometimes you can pause a bit because in the beginning, everybody's trying to get in. And if you just wait a couple minutes, which is very hard to do, and do it then, you can get it, okay? But I cannot guarantee that's the way it's going to work. So you do what you feel and understand 8 o'clock is when they're going to start. So try today to see if you can find out what days and the capacity and everything. Even if you can't buy a ticket till the 12th, maybe they'll let you look around and kind of search, and you can kind of prepare. Be as prepared as you can. And if you know someone who had tickets and they didn't get to use them, that's where you're going to start to ask. And then finally, big one here is Mice Chat. Mice Chat and Dusty Sage are really on top of exactly all the stuff. And Dusty is giving you up-to-the-minute reports about Disneyland as that website counts down. So let me give a shout out to micechat.com. Go there, sign up, follow them. You're going to feel a whole lot better. And I want to thank Mice Chat because that's where I got a bit of my information. Was Dusty sent me some links, and I was able to link to his stories. And it's really a great little website. If you don't know about it, get on it because it's really good. Okay. That really has the hand on the pulse. I know Dusty is going to be there opening day. He's one of the people that Disneyland just loves, as we all do. So Dusty's going to give you up-to-the-minute reports. So please go to Mice Chat and check it out. I'll do the best I can, but he's like every day he's reporting every day because he is obsessed like you are with the park. So this is a beauty, share your obsession, be with someone like Dusty and Mice Chat. In fact, I'm going to chat with him. It's been the pandemic, so I'm going to chat with him about doing a blog for Mice Chat. I did a while, but they were always long. So now I want to do just little thoughts of the day or quick little blurbs and stuff. And I want to talk to him about what we might write about, but that's coming soon. Okay. All righty. Do you think Disney somehow accommodates more guests during the weekend? I would say doubtful. Because at this point, they wanna get back to one, as they say in the film industry. They want to make money. So just like I talked about the lightsaber experience in Galaxy's Edge, one of the reasons that they stopped making it someplace you had to secretly find is that Disney was finding out that they were getting 10, 11 people in an event that has 14 people. So they wanted 14 at every single lightsaber building experience. So they made it, people could find it very easily and very quickly. Okay. Also, if you reserve it and you don't show up, you still pay for it. So don't do that to yourself if you're going to have a lightsaber experience. I don't know if the building experiences are going to be available in Galaxy's Edge. One of the things that Todd has is a link to, many do though, what rides and attractions will be open, and Rise of the Resistance is going to be open. But I don't know about some of these other places where you can get and buy stuff. You got to look that up, okay? So do as much research as you can do, and you don't want to be disappointed. They're going to charge you full price for these tickets, okay? No discounts, no, they're not going to boost them. They're not going to bump them up for a while, but they're going to be the same price. And if you're like me, who's a pass holder, you don't even know what that is. You've been a pass holder for 20 years, you know? So this is why I say study, 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 okay? Because Disneyland, yeah, study, study. You want to go? Get her done, right? But no, I don't. I think that they fill it, but the weekends are going to fill up more because people are getting back to work. So if you can go on a weekday, it's going to be easier to social distance. People get really crazy on weekends. I don't know why. I can't even explain it. They do. And I think you have a better chance if you can go on a weekday than you do a weekend. That's what I think. I think the weekends are going to fill up first. And so, yeah. If you want that whole experience, I understand that the hotels are going to be open, some of them, so you can do that. One of the things you guys can post in the comments, if you hear about it, is Trader Sam's going to be open, because I love Trader Sam's, and we all had this conversation yesterday at Touch of Disney on my little pod. We were all talking about how we're eager for Trader Sam's to open. You know, you got your priorities, and Trader Sam's is just the rockinest place. You want to go. It's not only got great food, but it's got great people, and it's wonderful over at the Disneyland Hotel, but I don't know if it's going to be open. So that's what I'm curious about, because those are places you can go. If you don't have a ticket, you can kind of meet your friends who are at Disneyland or whatever. Maybe they're staying at the hotel or whatever, and you can kind of get together with them. Vaccine, okay? That's just me. You got someone who's important at home, high risk. You want to make sure before you get into some of these. And that was my criteria. Okay. All righty. What did I taste that I enjoyed the most? I think is what that question is. Was BBC there? Was there anything you'd recommend? Any taste that truly disappointed you? No, and no, because I didn't eat what I didn't want. I will tell you what's kind of funny is we didn't eat any desserts. You can get a Dole Whip, but it's not like the Dole Whip you like in the bowl. It's a Dole Whip that's a cone, I guess. I didn't see people sitting down and eating Dole Whip like I'm used to seeing them eat. It was a cone Dole Whip. You see how I've got to do this part? And so you can have a Dole Whip, which is great. I didn't want one. I didn't want a churro. I didn't want, and the funny thing was our group didn't. You know, usually Margaret loves popcorn. None of us had popcorn. Not a single kernel. It was there, but we didn't do that. Okay? I think we really did it the way that I like to do stuff, which is we got a reservation at Carthay Circle. Not easy, I understand, but you can do it. And then they had some great food. They had a cheese plate that was unbelievable. They had scallops. I love anything that has to do with seafood, okay? Seafood nut. Scallops that were absolutely off the chain, delicious, just delicious. And I think my favorite thing, I didn't eat, but Margaret had it. And the next time I go, I'm going to get it. And that was the Lamplighter Poke Bowl. It looks like a little moon planet when you order it. It has this beautiful crispy thing that hides it. And a poke bowl, if you don't quite understand it, it's raw fish and avocado, and oh, it's so good if you're a seafood nut. It's so delicious. But anyway, when it came, it was really cool. It made me wish I had ordered it because it was under this very lacy little, look like half a planet. And she picks that up and you can break it and you can eat it with the poke. So if you're someone who likes poke, that would be me. I should have ordered that. I ordered sliders, which were absolutely delicious. They were beef sliders, but I didn't know if I wanted a lot of food. And then it turned out I really was hungry and really enjoyed it. Drinks, Karen knows all about, Karen and Margaret know all about the drinks that are in the park and where you can order them. And one of the things I'm going to tell you, they say they knock you on your butt. I'm going to say that they're perfectly balanced. So moderation, but it's still fun. They're festive and fun. And I ordered one called the Over Budget, which was kind of along the lines of the Moscow Mule, which is one of my favorites. So I don't know if it was, but it came in that beautiful tin cup and it was really warm. So my hands loved holding that ice cold cup. So I really, really enjoyed that. But I liked eating at the restaurants and using the coupon for the restaurants. And then they wouldn't even let me use my $25 coupon. Then I tried to give it to them and they wouldn't take it. So I still have a $25 coupon. And I can use it again. They said that the girl at the turnstile said I can use it later on. So I don't know when later on, but we'll see. Maybe I can use it. I don't know. We'll see. But if not, I'll try to check longer and see about that. But anyway, they were so sweet and so wonderful. I liked the restaurant's experiences. I did walk by, and as I walked by, 6 feet distance, looked at what people were eating, but there just wasn't anything that was compelling me to eat it of the little bites. For one thing, it was very challenging to get the app to work. Because the Wi-Fi at Disney, and I said this before earlier, if they don't get that Wi-Fi up and running, guys, when Disneyland is open, this could be a real problem for everybody because they want it to be touchless. So they're asking you to order on the app online. And they're asking you, if you're someone who doesn't do online, they're going to have lines for you physically to be there. But when it doesn't work, those lines are huge. It's like going to see Star Wars for the first time. They're a long line. And on the weekends, I don't even know. You're spending your time standing in line, waiting to get to order your food. And then you go to the booths to pick it up. You do not order it. With the exception of the Dole Whip. You can order the Dole Whips or the ice cream. Again, social distancing. But I have to be honest with you. I don't know if this is the solution, but they're doing their best. So just so you know, you may have to take a huge grain of salt with you when you go because we just weren't interested in going through all of that. We wanted to talk and walk and be with each other. And that's what was really important. And I think Karen was a great guide. I was so thankful to her for both of those restaurants. And we could have, in fact, at one point, Laura said, you want popcorn to Margaret. And Margaret said, no, I don't. So there you go. Kind of bizarre, right? And a lot of areas are repurposed for eating. So there's not a lot of areas to shop. That's why when you find them, you get these great deals. So just want to share as much as I can with you. But I was the biggest attraction. I'm telling you, the best attraction was the people I was with. Yeah, no bones about it. It was so nice. Oh my Lord, that was so nice. So disappointing is leaning so much on the app and it doesn't necessarily boot up on your phone. Is that the right word? Boot up? It's just if anything's going to try your patience right now, it's going to be that app. So there you go. Characters were around, as I mentioned before. Chip and Dale were in the woods. It was a little strange. We were like, what are they doing in the woods? But they were doing their little bits after you. Anyway, they were very cute in the woods. Beautiful settings. They tried to do the settings and you had to, again, social distance in a line. And then you could stand in front and take pictures. And in some cases, they had official photographers, Disney photographers, with the Disney photo group, and other times they didn't. So you just kind of took your selfie, or you did got with one of the photo people. But it was great fun. It was super, super fun. Were the guests doing a good job social distancing, wearing masks? Did you feel reasonably safe? Like I said, felt extremely safe, but I have had my first vaccine. I think everyone should have a vaccine before they go, at least the first one, okay? You're going to feel a lot better. There are people that don't think, but in California Adventure Park, I cannot stress this enough. You don't wear your mask. You take it off when you are not supposed to. They will descend on you like carrion birds and pick your flesh, okay? Do not take that mask off when you are not supposed to. They will jettison you from the park. I kept hearing this from so many people who apparently got this warning that was pretty scary. So please, guys, if you're not planning on following the rules, or you're planning on sneaking, wait till you don't have to, okay? Just do yourself a favor. You don't want to spend a ton of money only to be kicked out of the park, okay? You've waited too long. So I know this isn't an upbeat, happy, giggly moment, but it will ruin your upbeat, happy, giggly moment if you decide to do something you're not supposed to do in this park. They are dead set about staying open. They have drawn that line in the sand, and they will work hard to keep open. And you know, pardon me, you know that's what you want. So that's what I have to say about this little thing here. Okay. But I felt very safe. But I felt very safe because I was with a group of fully vaccinated people, and they really watched out for me. They really, without even me knowing, I just, I got home and I realized that they had kind of surrounded me, to talk with me and to chat with me, but they really watched out for me because they knew I had only had my one vaccine, and that my husband was at home, high risk. So when you make it about someone else, you feel so much better, and they made me feel so much better on how well they took care of themselves. And I love all of them. And Carol, bless Carol, she was on the scooter, and she just accepted that Haunted Mansion pin with such joy. Everybody did, but she was exceptional. I thought she was going to cry because she just was so surprised. They all said, you don't have to bring a gift. But I wanted to, because it was such a generous thing they did for me. That day was so generous, and it was for me. And so I was really grateful. And Karen wanted to have me at her birthday, and she was worried that they were trying to surprise her because they didn't want to disappoint her. And in case I couldn't go because I was on the fence, I kept saying, if I can get that first vaccine, I'll come. And finally it came together, and oh man, I'm really glad it did. And then I won't lie to you, I was a little nervous yesterday when I was getting ready to go, but I knew they were all depending on me, and I had made a promise. And so I had to live up to it. I had to keep it. So I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful to all of them. And it was wonderful. The next question is, are you self-quarantining away from Lindsay for a few days as an added precaution? Nope, I'm not, because I never was in a situation that was dangerous. The group made sure we were always distanced, we were always masked, and we were always careful. And when we were not masked, we were eating. And Disney makes sure no one comes near you that is not authorized while you are eating. You have to stay put. And if you need to move for any reason, you need to ask permission. You can't just jump up. You have to be careful. So Laura wanted to go to the bathroom, and she carefully got up and distanced all the way to the bathroom. But they watch you. They are watching you to make sure you're not, you stop and see a friend, as Laura did. One of the sweet ladies from the Disney Family Museum was there, and we all recognized her, and they kept their space. Okay. So to be around such diligent people, I felt tremendously safe, and I felt safe coming home to my husband without distancing from him, because I was with a great group. Now, Had it been any different, I probably would have left. I don't feel safe here. Goodbye. And then I would have distanced from my husband. But I never had that situation. Why? Weekday, and go with the group who is just all about keeping each other safe. And I can't, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. That's where I might get emotional, is how wonderful it was. Did you get a glimpse of the MCU campus and any teasers for upcoming Spider-Man attraction? Zero, guys. You can see the building, but they're keeping it quiet, super quiet, super quiet. And I know that on my teaser, I'm sorry, guys, I was going to talk about Ghostbusters as well. I will, I promise. But I know most of you out there are really for Disneyland, so I wanted to get as much of that. I will take this moment to talk about Ghostbusters because we are an hour and 20 minutes in, and some of you may not have lasted, but you can remember this and Ghostbusters. I'm excited to see the movie. It looks very interesting. It feels a little for younger people. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. However, there was a commercial leaked, or not really leaked. It turns out, according to one of the people that somebody sent me a link to on YouTube, that because the movie is taking so long to finish being made, there were contractual agreements in place for some of the products that are going to be coming out. Like the Ghostbusters cereal that's going to have little puffed marshmallows like Lucky Charms in it. Don't know if you've seen it. I would have pulled up a picture had I had time, but Google it, you'll see it. But the thing that's most disturbing is if you see this, it turns out there's going to be little marshmallow men. You know, I built the big one. So there's these little marshmallow men, and they're like aggressive, but they're this commercial where they're being skewered and roasted over the fire and toasted like marshmallows was a bit disturbing for me. I know they're supposed to be kind of bad guys and stuff, and maybe when I see it more in context with the film, it won't be as disturbing, or watching them being crushed under chocolate and a graham cracker as a s'more. All of that too disturbing for me. I'm a lightweight, obviously, because I was like, I could not watch that more than once. So I'm going to wait for the movie to come out. I'm not really going to look at a lot of spoilers. I'm going to wait until it's released and then pray I don't sit there and get a little freaked out by some of the things they do with the little marshmallow men. All kinds of suggestions that little marshmallow men may come together and make a big marshmallow man. I don't know. But hopefully it'll be fun. You know, it's interesting. There were a lot of Easter eggs people were talking about, and I'm so excited because one of the things it does is it boosts enthusiasm for the original, and it really does do callbacks to the original. So if you haven't seen the original, you're going to go and check it out, or if you love the original, you're going to go and check it out again, which is wonderful for me because I did the first one, and that means a little more bank and a little more money coming my way because I was a part of that film, a little more residuals, which is always nice to take care of me in my older age. So Ghostbusters are going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be fun. It looks fun. It's got a lot of young people that seem to be, you know, one of the guys is from Stranger Things. I love Stranger Things. It looks good. And we'll talk more about it as it comes up, and then we'll definitely talk about it once we've all seen it, okay? And I'll give you my opinion. But for now, watch the original one. Not because it helps me with residuals, but because it's a doggone good movie. And it was done in 1982. We shot it in 1982, 83. It came out in 84, and it's still one of the most popular films. And I got to tell you, I got real excited when I saw Ecto 1. So it's going to be cool. I hope. It looks like it's going in the right direction. So it is one that I'm eager to see. All right, back to Marvel. No spoilers with Spider-Man, unless you're talking to people who are really digging. As I walk through California Adventure, lots of posters. You know, the boards are up and they have the posters about Spider-Man, and they have the Marvel building, and all of it looks really cool. But if you want the updates on that, I would imagine you could ask the people of Mice Chat, okay? They're going to keep on it. I am not a Marvelite, so I don't really know what the Spider-Man ride is because I don't, okay? and I don't really follow it because I don't. So I can't help you. Well, Disney's not really giving you secrets at the park. Okay, you can peek through a crack and kind of peek in there. You can see the building in there, but it doesn't really give you any hard or clues. But someone like Dusty, who's going to be going when they have a preview, it opens June 4th. You can bet Mice Chat will give you all of that if you're hankering for that. Okay. Yeah, I am glad Marvel is in California Adventure Park and not Disneyland, because I still believe Star Wars doesn't really fit in Disneyland. That's just my personal opinion. Walking past the Hungry Bear to get to it, and if you ride it in Florida, you go through Toy Story. Just that's the one thing about Walt. He wanted the transitions to be kind of understandable. or areas like if you walk from Fantasyland over to Adventureland, there was an area of kind of middle that you sort. So I just miss that. Okay. But that's just me. Okay. So I'm happy Marvel is there. But one thing I said earlier about California Adventures, I don't think they know what they are. It's just a smashing of so many different things, and there is no theme really. Like Disneyland has a feel of experiences. Here it's odd and strange. I don't know. It's just a weird little park. I loved the front when it was Disney before Walt was Walt, and I was kind of hoping that theme would carry all the way into the back of the park because I think it really works. And then you pull in certain things. I don't know. I don't know the answer to this park, but it is a confusion to me. So that's it. Okay. Are you planning to attempt to get tickets as soon as you can once many of the attractions reopen to guests, especially during reduced capacity period? No. It's not being mean. It's not being mean. I don't want to take a ticket from you guys. It was one thing when I was an annual pass holder. Okay. I came so that you guys would come into town. You would shoot me an email or you'd shoot me a text and you'd say, Terri, I'm in town. Would love to take you to lunch because we've got some things we were wondering if you would autograph for us. And I'm there. I'm so close. I'm less than an hour away when traffic is good. So I'm always going to Disneyland. That's why I went for so many times. And that's why I have a pass, is so I can pop in and see you whenever you come to town. So now without the annual pass, it takes a ticket from you guys. And there are people out there that really need Disneyland. I am Disneyland. I embody Disneyland. And if I miss Disneyland, I sculpt something Disney. Okay. Simple as it is. I have been in the park multiple times when there has been nobody there. Okay. When I was a youngster, I went on a rainy day to ride the rockets up in the air during the rainstorm. And I think it was me and about 10 other people were in the entire park when I was a kid, because the rain made people stay away. So we went during the rain and had the park entirely to ourselves back in those days when it was up in the air. And we absolutely loved it. So I have experienced it like you all wish you could, who have never experienced it like that. And so I don't want to take a ticket from you in that respect. Now, in the case of Keith Rogers, he bought a ticket, he had it, and he wanted me to join their group. And I was more than happy to do that. And so if you get a block of tickets and you want me to come and join you and I can do it, I will do my best to come and see you. But you would have to save a ticket for me because I'm not going to get one myself. But don't feel like you have to, because you don't. We'll see each other soon enough. I mean, once those passes come out, I'm getting me one, because it's going to be a sale for me. I go to Disneyland an average of 42 times a year because I'm coming to see you. I work very hard to come and see you and say hi, or I'm there for the birthday. Every year I'm there for the birthday. I mark that on my calendar first thing, and I'm always there for the birthday, and I'm sitting in a spot that I always sit. I stay for the very beginning. I'm there when it opens, and I stay just before it gets dark, and then I go home. So I don't stay for fireworks, but I'm there for most of the day. So you can ride the rides, come and see me, have a chat, have a Coke, have something to drink or eat. We talk, and then you go off and you do your various directional things, because I've been to Disney a gazillion times and I just love seeing you. You are the major attraction that I'm there for. If there's a new attraction, I go and do it. I went to Rise of Resistance as quickly as I could, and I also built a lightsaber because I wanted to do those things. So it's not like I'm being all, high and mighty. I don't do that stuff anymore. No, I'm not being that way or not. It's just that this first phase, you guys all want to see what it's like to be a little bit empty, and I'm with you on that. So please, you jump and you go, okay? And then show pictures so I can live vicariously through you and experience your happiness, That's what the most exciting thing for me is that, okay? All right. So there's that question. Yes, and then Gavin Newsom says he wants to ditch everything by the middle of June, okay? He's saying no more tears. He's saying open it up. Herd immunity for California. There's only one little problem with that. Just one little problem. If all the other states don't have herd immunity and they can come in California, why would we do that? We have to be a nation, guys. We're going to have to protect our nation. Or we're going to have borders around California, and that's just weird. Okay, so I love Gavin's positive energy. I really am happy that he thinks it can happen, but not unless other states are doing well as well. Number one thing that they said yesterday was get vaccinated. That's going to allow us to open up sooner than later. So across the nation, get vaccinated, because the more vaccines, the more vaccination, we can get this little sucker and start to see people that we love and care about, okay? There are states that are really struggling. There are areas that are really struggling, countries that are having a problem. Liz Reed told me that Paris is having a challenge right now. India's having a challenge. We don't want to, they are over there, but it just goes to show you it's not over yet. If you release and lighten the restrictions too fast, we could backfire, and we don't want to do over, do we? So I hope we keep going, and I hope the entire United States keeps doing what they're doing, and we can soon let people, if people are flying in here, they have to quarantine, and where are they flying from? We're just one of these states that likes to stay open, and that could be our downfall if we're not careful. We have to protect each other. So June 15th, would love it, but I want everybody to be safe and to follow the rules and to get vaccinated is my hope. I don't want to infringe on how you feel, but I hope you get vaccinated so we can get back to one, as they say in the film industry. And again, he says, depending on how vaccinated. And so that's good. Walt Disney relaxed its mask mandate this week, allowed guests to remove their masks for stationary photographs. That's nice. Should Disneyland officials ask the state for a similar waiver? Not yet. No. And here's the thing, guys. Don't remove your masks. You guys, all you Disney people out there, you love history. You love Disney history. You love saying, I was there when. Okay? I know you do, because you always tell me. I remember when the rocket ship was a rocket ship in the middle. I remember when the pirate ship had Skull Island and you could get the tuna sandwich from Chicken of the Sea. Okay? You're always telling me about stuff like that. So wear these masks with pride so that you can say you were there when this happened. Make it an adventure and just do yourselves a favor. No. I do not want to follow Florida. Florida is insane. And if you're from Florida, I think those people over there who are in charge are absolutely nuts. I hope I'm not too harsh, but they're nuts over there, and I'm afraid for them. Okay? Too fast. Too fast. I'm grateful California is taking it slow and easy. Okay? Which won the race between the tortoise and the hare? I rest my case. Take your time. Okay? We are in the home stretch. This is a marathon, not a sprint. You've heard it all. So no, don't ask for a variance. Just be glad the park is open. Wear that mask. Have a cool mask. Many of you said the mask was cool that I was wearing. Yeah! So have a cool mask and own it. Okay? Because later I'm going to really love being able to show those to younger children and saying, you see everybody wearing masks. That was because there was a horrible, horrible disease and we banded together and got it eradicated. Okay. So, little bit of a high horse talk right now, guys, getting on my soapbox, but no. What do you think about Major League Baseball and major corporations like Coca-Cola getting involved in political issues like the right to vote in Georgia? They have the right to do it. Okay. Coca-Cola, baseball clubs have the right to be there if they want to be there. And if they don't like what they're seeing in Georgia, they have the right not to go. Okay. We all do. It's like people who hated Rush Limbaugh, who passed away a few weeks ago, a month ago or whatever, but they wouldn't turn Rush Limbaugh off. Okay. You have the right to listen to him. You have the right not to listen to these people. Okay. So it's the same with these people here. Coca-Cola has the right. They have the right. They're big companies and they want to protect their brand. So they're feeling like being in Georgia is not good for their brand. So they're leaving. Okay. I know it feels like they're making a political move and that's up to you guys, but you got to protect your brand. Let me tell you something. Okay. A reputation is so hard to keep. Every day you have to work to keep your reputation, and it's so easy to lose. That fast. So you constantly, as a company or corporation or individual, have to continue to ask, is this good for my brand if you're in business? Okay? Constantly, that has to be in your brain. Constantly. So Coca-Cola, ball clubs, all of that. If that's the way you feel, kudos for you for taking that step. Okay? Okay? Yeah. What I will tell you is making me a little nervous is apparently in Texas, there's a ball club called the Texas Rangers. Forgive me. I'm not a sports person. Okay? Whole stadium is full, sold out. Entire stadium. No, don't have to wear masks. All together, on top of each other. And I say, too soon, my opinion. But Texas is Texas, up to them. They're working very hard on vaccinating everybody because Texas is tired of wearing masks and social distancing. So Texas opened it up to the whole state several weeks ago. So I'm hoping they're on the vaccine bandwagon. I don't know how much of that state is fully vaccinated, but that's the way to do if you're the government. If your people will not comply with your rules, vaccinate. Okay, so that they can be together and do these kind of crazy things, in my opinion, without making other people sick. Okay, let's stop killing people. One is too much. Okay, just saying. This week, Ghostbusters Afterlife. See, it's coming up. Revealed a new teaser, not teacher. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Well, I tell you that is so disturbing. I know they're marshmallows, but when they have little faces and little arms, whether they're mean or cute, and you stab them through the stomach, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. They're just not ghostly enough for me right now. They're a little too cute. It's like I helped to build the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man for the original Ghostbusters, okay? And I puppeteered the face with a team of puppeteers entrusted to puppeteer the face. And he burns at the end, but he's going to kill the Ghostbusters. We are clear in the original film, and we may be clear in Afterlife yet. This being taken out of context is disturbing. Just like a sweet, happy marshmallow man walking down, if you just lit him on fire, I would find that disturbing too. I don't know the backstory. I don't know the story. But in Ghostbusters, the original, we know the story. The traveler has come. And they go, wait, we didn't choose, choose the method of thy destruction. Choose and perish. Very clear. Very clear. And then they say, the traveler, the choice is made, the traveler has come. And they go, wait, we didn't choose anything. And then you got Dan Aykroyd going. So we know that even though it's a happy, sweet marshmallow man, he is being brought to them to destroy them because Gozer has made it very clear. Okay? So seeing these little marshmallow men jumping all around, and they're super cute, and then they're aggressive because they bite, it's still not enough for me to feel like they're evil because I don't know the story. So watching them roast and watching them get I'm not, it's not good for me right now. Right now. It's not good for me right now. When I see the movie, I can then hopefully later say, now I get it, because there'll be the rest of the movie. Seeing things out of context is never that good. But again, you're trying to do a teaser. You're trying to do a coming soon because people want to see it without telling the entire film's premise. And that's challenging nowadays because people just want to know everything about it in the trailer. And so as somebody who's doing, these coming soon teaser trailers, it's a real hard job to do nowadays. First of all, the company doesn't want to release anything because it could get hacked by hackers and shown on the internet. So they don't want to give a lot of stuff out to let people who are doing the teasers know, and they've got to go on what they get. So it's a really challenging job. So although these trailers, now the original trailer for the movie is pretty cool, but this one with the marshmallows in it, it's just, I'm not going to be watching that one again. It's traumatic. It's traumatic for me. So I won't be doing it. What did you think of the reveal? What do you think about the full trailer featuring several nods to the original film? Well, that's what I mean. I think it's got great potential because it kicks back to the original film, and that's very sweet. It's very kind, and it means that you could maybe watch the original film and this one together. It might be a fun double feature. I'm hoping that it's something that's good because the other ones have not been good. I mean, honestly, just not my thing. Okay. And that's the questions from Leo. And now over to yours. Thank you, Leo, for doing those questions. So sweet of you to send those to me. I'm so grateful. And like I said, Touch of Disney is, I just want to see if anybody else has asked a question or said something. Yeah, we're all good. It's all good, man. You can see I watch Better Call Saul. I love that show. Okay, so let's see what you all have to say. You're going to say hello and good morning to start off, which I'm grateful for. Hello, everybody. Thank you for your patience this morning as I tried to figure out what was going on with my system. Hi, Angie. Hello, Michael. Good morning again. Angie says, excited news, received my first shot. Yay! Help my neighbor to get signed up for one today. There you go. Do something nice. Just like Angie. Yay. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, and how sweet of you to do that. Good for you, Angie. Oh, that just makes me feel so good. Michael says they were there and then gone. Yeah, I know. And that's what I mean. All of a sudden I saw something glitchy happening. It happens. Okay. This is, we can't take this for granted here. This is amazing. When it cost me $1,000 to call my dad per minute from Austria in 1977, this is a godsend. So I take this patience, grain of salt. Don't get angry at anybody. Just work hard to keep it real. And you guys are always so sweet just to hang there and wait and let me kind of find out. So here you all are, and thank goodness. Hi, Francisca. Good to see you. Wendy Cooper was kind enough to confirm that she could hear and see me. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. We got you, says Bob Burdine. Thank you, Bob. Really appreciate you guys helping me with something that is continual challenge for me. It may look like I know what I'm doing most of the time, but I tell you, sometimes I'm really winging it because this is getting more and more. I'm getting better. Let me just say it that way. Let's be positive. Let's not say this is not. Let's say I'm getting better each time, and I'm much more calm than I was, say, when I needed to know which way to turn my phone, Morning again. Hello, Miss Deanna. There's Janice. Thank you so much for that is so cool. It is cool, isn't it? I don't want to see Mickey or Minnie in mask, though. I want at least something that doesn't have a mask on. Well, Minnie, okay, Janice, at the beginning of A Touch of Disney, she is wearing a mask. It's a little stuffed Minnie with a mask, okay? But Mickey and Minnie do not have masks on, okay? But they are extra distant from you. You follow? So, for example, in California Adventure at the Robert Mondavi area, that's no longer Robert Mondavi. I guess it was Disneyland Wine and Spirits. It keeps changing. So, I'm not real super familiar about California Adventure because I pretty much go over there, ride Soarin', and then leave. Or look at the Radiator Springs at night, especially after it's rained because the neon looks gorgeous there. But I'm not there a lot. So, but what Mickey did was he was at like the top rung of that area, and then you were down below in front. So he's back here and you're here, and he dances up here and everything. No mask, okay? So Janice, you're going to be fine, okay? Chip and Dale were in the woods over near the bear splash attraction over that side, kind of closer to the California Adventure Turnstile, where you can come directly from the hotel, which you can't. I don't think you can do that right now, but anyway, that you know what I mean. And they were in the forest. They were easily 12 feet distance. So you stood here and they were about 12 feet away. So they really social extra far if they don't have their masks on. So they're watching out for you too. They're very careful. Yeah, the characters are very careful. And none of them are wearing masks because they know that you want them to be in all their entirety. So they are taking that extra distance. And you remember when we were first doing this COVID thing that you sat 10, 12 feet away while eating before we were vaccinated, just to make it extra safe for you. 6 feet was not enough without a mask. So all of them are doing that, Janice. So no worries there. Shelby says, hello, Shelby. Good to see you. Angie says, plugging my ears so I don't hear the California only info. Yes, I know. But here's the thing. Unplug your ears to know that if we in California keep following the rules and keep social distancing and keep wearing masks and keep getting vaccinated, Angie, your turn is coming, okay? It's coming. Because the thing I thought was my ratios of looking at people who bought tickets, people were always from out of town. None of them were, so few were from California who bought tickets because we were all pass holders. So the ones who probably had tickets hanging in the wind are probably a lot of you guys from out of state, which means that people in state can buy tickets on the 15th, hopefully. But yeah, a lot of you from out of state. I remember standing in line for Chalk Walk, because Chalk Walk gives you a few extra tickets if you do the walk, and everybody was from out of state. I don't think I saw a single California person who wasn't a pass holder. I know you exist, but I'm just saying that I think this is going to be very interesting. So I feel for you. Wendy, you can only book 60 days out. Oh, for Disneyland. Well, 60 days out, let's see. It's April 4th has passed. right? May 4th is 30 days, right? June 4th would be 60 days. So you could grab June 4th. You guys could grab around the 4th or the 5th, because what's the date today? The 9th, right? So you're good if you can get close to June 4th, like Wendy's saying, okay? So do your math. Look at me doing math. Oh my gosh, what has happened to me? Ever changing. But that way, so if you want to be there for the Marvel event, because you're Marvelites and you want to see it, and you want to go as quickly as possible, book out there, book for June, if you can. If you can. And understand things are changing each and every week and every day. And if Disney can have more capacity, they will continue to do so. You see? So, you know, just keep checking, as Joseph Massey says, don't just follow the rules when you're looking for tickets. If you really want to go or you're looking for that vaccine, just look a little early. There's no harm in it. And they might give you a secret statement before they release it to everybody else, and bam, you're in. Just like my vaccine. If it hadn't been for Joseph telling me to check before April 1st, I might not have. In fact, honestly, I wouldn't have. Okay? He did the same for my husband. So I want to thank him here again, because Joseph, you did a real good thing for a lot of people here in California, because we jumped on it before April 1st, and April 1st, they were telling us a lot of vaccines weren't available for people, 50 and over. We got the place to do it. We just don't have the vaccines. So that's frustrating, but I didn't have to worry about that. I've already got my second vaccine scheduled. My husband has a second vaccine scheduled. We have the card. We have everything. Joseph, thank you. You've done your good deed, and I appreciate it. And I try to pay it forward because of you. I tell as many people as I can. So Wendy, don't worry about that only 60 days. Just do your best to get around June if you can. Shelby says, Terry, I would like to tell how open you are about mixed race heritage. Of course you can. My late great-grandmother was mixed and looked similar to you, but with brown hair and blue eyes. She was very sweet, and blue eyes are rocking, If you're, one of the most beautiful things I see is a mixed person who has this kind of cocoa butter, cream in the coffee skin, and then they've got these electric blue eyes. My whole family, I got to tell you, I wanted blue eyes so bad because I just think they're beautiful. Brown eyes are great. I have beautiful brown eyes. My whole family has brown eyes, right down to my dogs. So when I was a kid, I'd say my mom, my dad, my sister, me, and both of my dogs had brown eyes. And that's just the way it is. When the gene is strong. And I have really, really dark brown eyes, okay? Because you could get the brown eyes that have a little light brown in the middle or whatever. But mine are like marble dark. The black goes around and you can barely see the iris and the pupil, because I have got that super rich dark chocolate brown eye. So, they're beautiful. I'm happy with my brown eyes and everything. But you're right, Shelby. I think blue eyes are great. And I think being mixed race, it's the best way to help people feel comfortable about the way you look, is to be the best you can be. Maybe some people think that that's not the way to do it, but it's a non-aggressive, non-combative, that's even better word, non-combative way to be. If someone sticks their hand in your hair, and when my hair was out in all directions, people stuck their hands in it all the time. So, there we go. I'm just leaning over here because I want to show you a particular picture. Not that. That's why do I keep hitting that one? I have no idea why I do that, because that one, I'm going to have to move that one because it's confusing me. But anyway, my hair throughout my school life looked like this. Just nothing but everywhere, and that color blonde. Okay? So people would put their hand in it before they even said hello. And then they would look down and see I was looking up at them and go, oh, they would, oh. And would you like to introduce yourself while you get your hand out of my hair? Now, you could have gotten mad, but it was so unusual for people that they touched it before they realized what they were doing. So I could either have gotten mad or just smile at them and say, and tell them about my being mixed and how proud I am to be mixed. It makes me what I am. So Shelby, thank you for saying that, because I am very proud of it. In fact, my father thought I was a little too proud of it. He really didn't think I should get braids or dreadlocks. He thought that I was overthinking it. That's what he thought, is I was overthinking it. But I wasn't. I got tired of people thinking I was a white chick, to be honest with you, because I'm not. I'm mixed, and I'm very proud of it. I don't, if you think I'm white just because of the color of my skin, and in Hollywood, they do kind of look at you and then make a judgment. Okay, it's just the way Hollywood is, pretty much. And so I wanted them to make a question mark judgment, kind of a thing, as opposed to, oh, she's white, So and these are so easy to take care of because it works with my hair texture. Okay, I'm not doing something that's against my hair texture. And I really, really, really am grateful that this works so well for me as an artist, and so well for me. I just, change the hairstyle, bring it down. Do I want the part to be here? Comb it this way. Do I want the part to then be over here? Just pull it over here and it's like this. Do I want it to part down the middle? Then just, go through here, part down the middle. You just kind of organize the dreadlocks how you want them. Okay, this one goes this way. This one goes this way. You just go up until your part is where you want it, right? There you go. Now I have my part down the middle, so to speak. So now it looks like this. Well, kind of down the middle. Or I can pull it all back, pull this forward, take it from the sides, tie it in a knot. When I was really creative, I used to do Chinese knots. I don't do that anymore because I'd rather be doing other stuff, but you can actually tie it up. That's why I like it this length, because you can tie it up, and do this with it. You can put the knot up near the top if you want. Look at that little stray guy right there. There's always one that gets cranky, but you can do this if you want and pull it forward like this. There's just a million things you can do with it because it's my hair texture. It's the way my hair, it's using the properties of my hair to work. So this is why I like it so much. It's so easy to manage instead of trying to make it something that it's not. And there's a real message in there. It's hard to work to be something that you're not. It's so much easier to be something that you are, isn't it? So there you go. So thank you, Shelby, for that. I really, really appreciate it. Janice says, no disrespect, but I will be trying to get into Disneyland on Monday. Maybe I will put that on my computer and listen to you on the phone, so maybe I can give updates. Janice, I'd love it. But number one, Janice, is to be going for that Disney ticket. You can always listen to me later, and you can always come by on Friday and give us an update. So if it gets a bit too patting your head and rubbing your stomach, then you just don't, I'll know, if I've got like 3 people, we'll make it very short and we'll go. So I'm in your corner. I'll be cheering. Rah, 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 rah. For those of you who can do this. Okay. So no disrespect, no disrespected, taken. Good morning, Terry. You can't get to Disneyland, but we'll be going to WDW April 20th. Well, that'll be fun, Joseph. Stay safe, social distance. And I hope the 20th isn't no, it isn't, because that's my husband's vaccine date. So weekday, good for you, Joseph. Joseph says, I'll be officially vaccinated on Sunday when my 2 weeks are up. See, and don't you feel so much freer, Joseph? I talked to this group yesterday, and it seemed like it was easier for them to wear a mask once they were vaccinated. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just putting this on them, but It was so fun, and it was the closest to a normal gathering as I have had in over a year and a half. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just so excited for you going. Good morning, Ava. Great to see you. Joseph says again, can't wait to see you again. The last time was at Disneyland show and sale October 29th. I know, right, Joseph? Well, here's the thing, Joseph. It looks like they may have another one coming up, and I hope they do. I miss that show very much. And I'll have my ghosts there. You can hold them and touch them and check them out, you know. In fact, I think what I'll do now that I've talked to you, Joseph, is for my blacklight ghosts, I'll create a box so that I can just like shine a light and show people how they go blacklight. I'll do a black box. I'm going to put that on my build for the show and sale. See how you guys give me ideas? There we go. Yeah, black box for hitchhike ghosts. Oh, my little ghosties with the mosties are taking up a lot of my time, but hey, we're just going to keep going. And I want to start my next portrait, my next painting endeavor. Haven't gotten to do that yet because I want to make sure all my obligations with the mailing. I may have to take a brief break after these 5 go out, but that's going to be easy because the next 5 aren't coming in. I'm also going to write to you. If you are with the Hitchhiking Ghosts and you're on the list for the April delivery, I will be in touch with you. Also, I will start to talk to you who still have ghosts yet to come about what month you would like them in or what month we've agreed. Okay, so fear not. And if you have bought a set of the Illuminating Hitchhiking Ghosts and you're wondering what's up with my set, I'm dying to adopt them and have them in my home. You know, I've adopted them. Now, when is the arrival going to happen? Just message me. Don't feel like you're bothering me, okay? Message me, text me, whatever. Message me on Facebook. Just reach out, okay? You are allowed to reach out, email me, whatever. You're allowed to ask, okay? You do not, many of you get sad because you ask me where they are, and then I respond, I don't mean it to sound mean. I'm very grateful to let you know, but it may sound urgent, okay? So give me a grain of salt because I don't mean to sound mean. You have every right to ask, okay? So ask, and I will let you know, okay? I will. Tracy says, hello, a little late, but better late than never, Tracy. Bella sends her apologies for not watching today. Dinosaurs has just been released on Disney. Yay! Okay, so all of you who are going to do the Disneyland thing, see? Bella is telling you you have your priorities. She's watching Dinosaurs. Oh, that's great news. Congratulations. Yay. Bella did what we call the big ask on my Patreon page. Little Bella, she's 9 now, guys. I think she's what she told me. She could be 10. She may have had a birthday. She grows so fast like kids do. She's a real love. She just couldn't wait. She said she'll watch this later, and she will, and I'm going to talk about her a little bit. She did the big ask, okay? She loves Dinosaurs, a TV show. This little girl just loves it, and she asked me if I had something, Dinosaurs, that she could have, and I sent her my baby Sinclair. I told her grandmother, the one with the, not the mama, the big stuffed doll. She had really wanted that all her life. And I told her she was going to have to take really good care of it because it's signed by the entire cast of Dinosaurs. You got Brian Henson's signature on there, mine, Kevin's. Everybody signed it. I could have sold it, absolutely, probably for a lot of money. But, sometimes you give it to a little girl, and then when she's ready, if she takes good care of it, if she or her parents ever need anything, she can sell it, but she's not going to. She takes real good care of it. She loves on it. She knows the value of it, and it went to her. And I will say that other patrons contributed money to get it to her because it cost me a heck of a lot to send it to her as a gift. And they all helped to get it over to her. So that's the great thing about my page is it's full of wonderful people who have a strong voice, who have kindness in their hearts and souls, And if that's what you're looking for, I highly recommend that you go and you can Google me on Patreon, or you can go to patreon.com/Terri Hardin and sign up. Okay. I'd love to hear your voice if you think it's a spot for you and you need that kind of support, that kind of backing, and that kind of conversation. We have a great time, and Bella is a part of that, and her grandmother and her mom, and it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. I started it to help, to thinking, not knowing what it was going to become, and it's become this really wonderful group. The tribe is by far some of the greatest people I have the honor to know. So Bella, yay for your dinosaur and your dinosaur show. I understand. Conspiracy cats. Well, hello, conspiracy cats. Hi, can I ask if this makes sense? If I was him, I would stop washing and start washing his dishes. I don't know if that makes sense, but you got me to laugh. Oh my goodness. Bob says, good morning, Terri and everyone. We are getting ready to go to Universal Studios in a little bit. Hope you're enjoying your day, because Universal Studios did open. Well, Bob, I hope you tell us about it. Many people are excited to go to Universal Studios because of Harry Potter. And Harry Potter is very cool. There are other areas that are very cool there as well. When I went, be sure to ride. Well, you may get really wet, so you may not want to do it, Bob, but the Jurassic Park ride is great. If you can get on it, if they're going to allow their Jurassic Park, they may not, because it's wet, and if it splashes, you got to be sure that it's water getting on you, not somebody screaming, right? So they may not have that one open, but I rode that ride and I love that attraction. That attraction was so special. And I got super, super wet on that attraction. I did a special event where I went on my own, all by myself, to go to that Jurassic Park attraction. And I found it really fun, but I got really wet. I got completely soaked, and it was nighttime. So Universal has a lot of fun things that are happening there. I'm sure you'll get to see, probably, I hope, some dinosaurs walking around. Maybe not. Don't know. But you keep us posted on what you do get to see, okay? Because I am very eager to hear what is there. I'm very excited to hear that. So good for you. Keep us posted. Let us know. Tracy says, I heard Trader Sam's won't be open yet. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, when will it happen? I love Trader Sam's. I love it. Right now, I think if you're not opening bars, you're pretty smart, because everyone can have the best intention when they're in a bar, but if they have too many drinks, things start to shift and change. And even if you have the best intentions, if you drink too many, the mask could start to come off. Your distance might get a little bit tighter. Yeah, that's my feeling anyway. Good morning. You did make it, Nate. You did make it, my dear friend. Ice cream social distancing. It's like a hodgepodge Jeopardy question. I think maybe that's why the bowl. I don't know. I did not see that little bowl with it in the dish and the num like that. It was a cone. So I don't know. Maybe that's a choice, but we weren't interested in getting one at the time. They said you could, but we were all like, nah. It's funny. It was funny because I love dessert. I was coming home saying I'd like to make one for myself, and I wasn't sure what I was going to make, but yeah, there it was. Or I mean, says Nate, before or after Jeopardy question. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I get it. I thought Chip and Dale were cute. They are cool. They're cute. And I thought it was neat to see them in the forest. I thought that was a very clever idea, as long as they don't get hurt, twist an ankle or anything. That wouldn't be too cool. You are adorable. You're not a dork. Don't say that about yourself. You're adorable. Did you get the package I sent you? I sent it. Hope you get it soon. Let me know when you do. Did you go to the WandaVision living room? I did not, Bob. I did not. We did not. I have to say, I don't think anyone in the group was a Marvelite. So we didn't really do a lot of Marvel stuff. Yeah, they exist. Us non-Marvelites, we exist. I'm still confused with Winter Soldier and the other guy. I'm going to watch it again with my husband tonight, but I don't get it. I'm not, he says it's still developing. So he's telling me to hang in there, and I will, I promise. But right now huh? So we didn't, Bob. We didn't. We might have done it had we been into WandaVision, but a lot of people, in fact, just give me a second here. I had a little vapor lock. I apologize for that. I'm just gonna go out. Okay. I had a small little vapor lock, but okay. In fact, with the people, I don't think they're that Marvelite. Okay. So 2 people in my group at Touch of Disney love Mickey Mouse or Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Obsessed with them, okay? Karen's boyfriend likes Haunted Mansion. Maybe Star Wars, I wasn't sure. And then I'm not sure what the other 2 like, but they do like for example, Laura likes pins, but Keith was saying he missed the boat on everything. He's not really a Muppets guy. And the only things he's been exposed to, as I understand it, are the current Muppets. So I recommended to him to watch Jim Henson's Muppets. Okay, I think he might like them. I told him if he doesn't like them, don't feel bad. Give them 2 or 3 shows, but that this was Jim's vision, not Disney's idea of vision. Okay, we all know what we're talking about, right? So in Muppets, I told him, and the way I did it was because he's older like me. And so I said to Keith, you remember the cartoons like Tom Slick and Dudley Do-Right, where as a kid, a lot of the stuff went over your head, but when you were an adult, you started to understand these cartoons more. That's the way I feel about the Muppets. When you're a kid watching Jim Henson Muppets, different than when you watch the Jim Henson Muppets as an adult. So he said he was going to sample a few for me and let me know. But this is why, getting back to WandaVision Living Room, it wasn't top on the list. I'll tell you what was top on the list. Anytime Mickey and Minnie were anywhere, everything stopped and we went and did that. I had more character poses, I think, than when I'm racing. But it was quite adorable. It's great to be with people who are passionate about what they're passionate about. And you just tie your string to their comment and you fly with them. And it's lovely. It's really, really lovely. This is what I love about all of you. Awesome, says Leo. Awesome it is. Having a bad work morning, says Bonnie, but having this in the background and hearing you laugh makes it much better. Yay, Bonnie! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And this is Bonnie is one of the reasons, one of the things we talked about at the Lamplighter, this group, was that some had some serious depression issues while under lockdown. And I'm not saying that's all of you, but some of you may have been going down that dark path or are in that dark path. And that's why laughter helps, while talking Disney helps, while giving your advice to others and starting to help other people helps you to stay out of that deep, dark space that can make you go a little mad, right? Especially if you need Disneyland or Disney experiences like Disneyland, you became a pass holder, like a blood transfusion. And I know I say that a lot, but it's true. I've got friends I could name, I won't, that are really hanging on by their fingernails because they really need to see Disneyland. This is the people I think about, and that's why I'm not going on my own. I'm not taking a ticket from you. I don't need a blood transfusion. Why? Because I can just create it right here, So it magically happens right here. So honestly, this is why I do this. This is why I talk for so long, because I want people like Bonnie to be able to have something fun to listen to for a few hours on a Friday and a Monday, if that's what you need. All of you, this is why I do it. And it helps me too. I love to hear from you. I love to hear what's going on. If I hadn't have started this, Joseph wouldn't have been able to tell me that I might be able to book my vaccine early. And it's a good thing I did, because I got it. And it's life-changing for me. I'm not a Karen when I go out anymore. No offense to you people who are named Karen that are nice people. Why do they do it, Karens and Carls? Anyway, it's kind of weird. Anyway, well, I guess because the first woman was named Karen. Isn't that right? Yeah. But my point is I really was not liking what I became when I went out and saw people who weren't wearing masks when I wasn't vaccinated. Now I can kind of chill a little bit, give them a grain of salt, and stay as far back from them as possible. Imagineers really missed an opportunity in Florida. You might have entered a toy spaceship in Andy's backyard and emerged the real. Oh, Jim, this is brilliant. I like this. Oh, my goodness. I need to tell Tony about this. Maybe he could. Yeah. Tony was saying his influence is kind of Tony Baxter. Some influence, some not. That happens with all of us as Imagineers. They listen to you. Sometimes they don't. I mean, in life, you have these great ideas like this. And then that is brilliant and still can be done, Jim. That is so, oh my gosh, I love that. I got goosebumps. Woo! That's bringing tears to my eyes. That is so, ooh, Walt would give you kudos for that one. That's really good. That's really good. Ooh, I think I'm going to ask, pardon me, I got all choked up. I think I'm going to ask the people on our Patreon page, Jim, how could we make the transitions better into Galaxy's Edge? It's really good. The one that really works is the one from Big Thunder, because it's kind of a big mountain that's opened up and you go through the mountain and it changes. I think that's the closest. But what can we do to transition? It really got me. What can we do to transition from Hungry Bear to, do we just do a dense forest? But bring the forest more into critter country? They try to do it a little bit, but people sitting on the outside tables eating when you walk past them is just weird. So maybe there can be something, maybe like a hedge or trees or something. So it looks like a forest, corridor. Man, that is such a good idea. I'm leaving it on here for a little bit because it's a good idea. And you can see I got pretty choked up by it. Gotta blow my nose, gotta all that stuff. That is really amazing. I love that idea. I love that idea. I will buy you a ticket when I come. Nate, we are going. We are definitely going when you come. I don't know when when the two of you are planning on coming, but I can't wait. I can't wait till you do. Waiting to be able to sign up for the pass again. Oh, you and me both. So here's some pass information that I found out, because remember I told you Margaret really knows a lot, and so does Karen. They both are very knowledgeable about Disney happenings. I don't know why, but your passions are your passions. So this seems to be theirs. And they said that they believe that the annual passes will be expensive. That's kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? We all figure it's going to cost some bank, but they will get rid of, and this is sort of the sad thing, so I might as well prepare you now. There's a very good chance, according to Margaret and to Karen both, that they will not allow you to make payments like they did before. You have to do it in one fell chunk or you're out of luck, is the latest rumor. One payment of what, $1,000? I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, but one payment is going to be it. You will not be able to make payments. So save your pennies now, guys. Put them in your little happy jar or whatever so you can pay it one swoop. And then if they do, turn out that you can make payments, yay for you, but this is one of the things that these two women say they think is going to be the new annual pass deal. However, if you were a pass holder before, remember that you are now a legacy pass holder. And here is the pin that I got for being a legacy pass holder. Let me get my finger so you can commemorate the interim event, the in the middle event, and the sticker. Okay. And as a legacy pass holder, even better, you get, 20 to 30% off depending on where you purchase. So use that. It also gives you discounts on food. So take that pass with you so you can pop it on like you did before. They're really giving you some deep, deep discounts. So here's the thing. This cute little Yoda guy, this cute little Grogu, you can get Grogu for $10 and your pass still works to get more of a discount. So what does that make him depending on your level of your pass you had? So take that old pass with you. And if you want someone like this little fella, and he's made really well, I'm real particular about, I don't really need him. I want to use him for a giveaway, and I want to make a puppet out of this one. So, he's just so cute. Look at his little feet. And they move. Oh my gosh, is he going to be a fun thing to make a puppet into? I can't wait. But the thing is about him, and look at all this detail up here. He's just made really well. And he was really made well for $10. He's made even better when you're past discounts. Now, chances are the pass is going to pay for the tax, but isn't that worth it? So as pass holders, you are getting a lot of bank now, and it's a good reason to go down there if you shop. I don't shop. I grabbed these because I could not say no, and I want to have some sort of a event on my Patreon page. So we'll be doing something soon. But if you're someone who's nearby and you want to go buy one of these little babies, or just ask somebody that's going for a touch of Disney, just ask them to grab you a couple for you, And it's really cool. You can also get this super cool bag right here. This is a reusable bag a la Disney. It's really cute. Let me show you the cool side. Here it is, $1. $1. So for $1, you get this cute little California Adventure reusable bag. I thought it was super cute. I probably should have asked her if I'd have been thinking if I could have bought a couple more. But of course, there I go again, not thinking. But I could ask Keith and family if they'd grab me a couple more because they're there till Saturday. So I could ask them if they would buy me a couple of those bags and whatever. But I think those bags are going to be around for a long time. So I'm not going crazy over that. But you see what I'm saying? I think like myself, not like a collector. So there you go. So pass, yes. I'm going to cry just seeing Mickey and Minnie again, says Janet, even if it's at a different distance. You will, because I saw lots of people doing it yesterday. And Mickey is just in his zone. He was dancing and he was giving us hearts and we were giving him hearts back and he was blowing kisses. It was great to see Minnie too. It was great to see all the characters. I will say, I don't usually pose with characters. The one character I cannot pass up all the time is Doug the dog. Okay. I just love Doug the dog. And if he's anywhere, I didn't see Doug yesterday, but I stop everything to see Doug the dog. People who walk with me on the chalk walk, a lot of time Doug is there and I gotta, that dog. Which way did they go? He is my favorite character. So, my favorite as far as seeing in California Adventure. I just stop everything to see Doug the dog. So he's my go-to character in California Adventure. So I'm with you, Janice. I'm with you. I will be the adult in Disney jail because I will be trying to hold on to Mickey's leg and they will have to pull me off. Yeah, you can't get near him. So you won't be in Disney jail because you can't get anywhere near him. And that is to protect Mickey Mouse. So you cannot get anywhere near him. There are children that are trying to figure out a way, but no, they are serious about about protecting, because they know they've got to what? Protect their brand. Yeah, they've got to protect the Disney brand. One false move, your brand can be, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, you've seen lots of examples of people who have destroyed their brands in the news, haven't they? This is why Nike doesn't like the blood in the shoe that was illegally using their swish. It sends the wrong message as far as Nike is concerned about their brand. So they have to get on it and protect that brand. That's why there's bulldogs. You know, anything that's mean or nasty or aggressive on a brand, they've got to stop it, or at least say, you know, because they don't want the brand to be tarnished, and you got to protect your brand. So no, you won't, Janice. Angie says, I got my shot yesterday and my second on April 30th. Whoop, whoop. Yes. Mine's April 26th, and I'm just like counting. I'm like, I want this. I don't want this month to rush by, but I do want this month to rush by. I don't want to buy because I got ghosts I got to pack and deliver and do stuff with. But I do, you know, like one of the things Keith said is he'd like to come down and learn to sculpt with me. And I told him that usually I'll let people come to my studio, one or two, to help me get, you know, to see what it takes to pack and design and create experiences for some of the sculptures that I do. But I can't do that because of the pandemic. So it's all on me. And boy, it's not easy. It's hard not having help. But we can't have you over till everybody's vaccinated. So I'm looking forward to that. So I can start to have you guys come over. You know, Nate wants to come over and work with me on his one-of-a-kind sculpture, and nobody can come until we are all vaccinated. So that's why vaccinating is so good, because I don't have to be such a bulldog anymore. I can be a lot more open, and that's so great to know. I didn't know that the lighting of Cars Land is a thing until last week. Whole street full of people waiting and socially distancing. It was like Christmas. The neon is a big deal. Sharon, I don't know if you've ever been to Vegas, but you know, in Vegas, neon is their thing. This is what makes Vegas extra special. Not only the gambling, but neon. They're some of the best neon artists are out of Vegas. And you can go to the Neon Museum and see old neon signs. And that is a spectacular museum. I highly recommend it. But yes, the first time I saw Radiator Springs, it had rained. And I was at Carthay Circle again, speaking with a group, and they ended early because they wanted to take me down and see how absolutely breathtaking it is after rain has coated the ground. It is unflippin' believable. So, yeah, that is definitely, the neon there is choice. And you got to see it. You got to stay at night to see it there. That's the one reason to go to California Adventure. And if it's after one of those rare occurrences where California has rained, you really want to go while the streets and everything are wet. It's magical, just like a jewel sparkling. It's stunning. Yeah, stunning. You are so right, Sharon. I really want to experience Disneyland with Cali residents but going to wait until later in the year, see how it all goes for others. Yes, Bonnie, and just let me know when you're in town, because I'll come and see you. Okay? Yeah, we'll wait till later, and then we'll go. A lot of times, if it's your first visit, I highly recommend you reaching out to me. I used to bring people together on certain days, and they would take you off and tell you about stuff. My friend who knows Disneyland like the back of his hand is a really good tour guide as far as that's concerned. And when he's available, I invite him to come because he's a pass holder. This is the beauty of pass holders. They just jump in the car and go. And so hopefully we can find out how many are going to be able to do that. And then I just say, hey, so I have two wonderful friends that live in London, and they wanted to walk the park. And I said, well, let me bring some people together, and we'll show you some things that maybe you're not sure you knew about, because all these people each have a different passion. So it's really fun to be from people from Cali or people who are obsessed about Disneyland, the park. I learned a lot from them. So and I found it joyful. So yeah, you are absolutely right, Bonnie. Good idea. Joseph says, you're welcome. I appreciate it, but there's no need to thank me. I'm happy to help out. Always thank someone when they've done you did good service and then pay it forward. Okay. I understand what Joseph is saying, but always thank them. What does it take to do that? And then also pay it forward. Be the Joseph. And I was. My neighbor across the street, she's the #1 real estate agent in Southern California. She sees a lot of people in enclosed areas. She was delighted to find out she could get her vaccine early. And that was just one person I was able to share it with, because Joseph had shared with me. So I thank you again, whether you like it or not. My mom has brown eyes and my dad has blue eyes and you have green. Oh, you are just cats, Deanna. Admit it. You're all part feline. We know because you have a lot of cats. That's why you all have those beautiful colored eyes. Are you nannying us? No, you're not. You're not that kind of a girl. But isn't that nice? I've always thought hazel and green are great. My husband has mostly blue. His blue eyes are what knocked me for a loop when I first met him. But they change colors with his mood. So they'll go deep hazel, they'll go green. It's really fun, They never go red, though, so we're safe. Anyone else just try to pat their head and rub their stomach? I know, right? See, I gave you a little exercise. You got to get ready to go here. Yep. Deanna says she's not a Marvelite. Okay, so if Deanna had been with us on this adventure, we would have walked, I'm sorry, Marvelites, right past the Marvel attraction section. Not even seen it. Somebody stopped and asked me if I knew anything about it, and I was like, I knew it was coming. So tried to be as gentle as I could. It's not that I don't like it. It's just you can't love everything. Well, I guess you can, but yeah. Nate says, being out of state, I wasn't allowed to make payments anyway. I can handle that, I suppose. Yeah, if you're out of state, it was only in state that you could make payments on your pass. But that enabled a lot of people to have a pass and save money. And you could make payments on it and utilize the benefits of it. So you could come a lot. So if you're one of those people that was showing up to Disneyland like every day or every other day or every week, like me, 52 times in 2019 divided by how many days of the year? How often was that me going? So yeah. But I didn't make payments either. I paid right out because I could deduct it from my taxes because I'm a Disney artist. So that works. And I will do the same thing once it's available again as I will. But you still got a budget for it. Just because you can take it off on your taxes, that's a wonderful, wonderful bonus. But you still have to budget for it. So all I'm saying is, pick your favorite giant jar, Mickey container. Turn your favorite cookie jar into a, whatever you got to do and start saving up now, okay? Because I'd love for you all to have a pass if you want one, okay? Nate also says, wish I was close enough to get the freebies for being a legacy holder. You were so cute. I don't know how many freebies there are, and I wouldn't have known, I wouldn't have known about freebies at all had I not gotten, had I not been with a group that knew all about it. So yeah, Nate is one of those that loves the stuff. He loves the little things and stuff you can get for being a pass holder or the event things, because he lives out of state and you can only get them from being on campus at Disneyland. So I sent Nate my Star Wars stuff because he was real excited to get it. And I wanted to go to someone who's real excited to get it. So my patrons have to tell me what they like. And then if I find it and I find out they like it, I send it to them. So Deanna says the 16th is hers. Sweet 16 day, sweet 16 day. Perfect time for you to get it. Bonnie says, I didn't know either, Sharon. I randomly came across a video on Instagram that showed everyone standing and waiting. So now I need to do it. Indeed, indeed. Yeah. And it's not, there was no line when we went. Okay. No line. We just walked right up and it was fun. Just a few people, social distance. It was fun. Cars Lands, mountains remind me of Sedona, Arizona. That's because they are Sedona, Arizona. That's where the Imagineers went. And that took us into Bryce Canyon talk with my group, into Monument Valley. Many people were talking about the fun, where to stay and why. I told them I was going to be calling them when I started to migrate around the United States again as to where to stay and why, because they had some great ideas about some choice places to stay. And I told them when you go to Disneyland Paris, don't stay on property. Sorry, Disney. Do not stay on property. Call me and I'll tell you where to stay. And let me give you a little secret. Disney puts their Imagineers there too, off property. Why? Because the price is unbelievably great and the money you save can go into merchandise you buy at Disneyland Paris. Isn't that a win-win? Yeah, and this place has a shuttle, so you don't even have to worry about how to get into the park, all taken care of for you. So you want to know about this place, you ask me, but this is where you go, okay? Bar none. Great food at their restaurant. You can still go visit all the hotels. You don't have to stay there. Go take pictures. Go take a look, but they are so expensive and there's so many wonderful hotels around Disneyland Paris. You can save your money. Okay. So I know when we run, a lot of us, and Liz Reed to chime in here and say that sometimes you got to buy a package in order to be able to get a bib to run. Right. But I was going to do that this year for, I guess it was their 5-year or something. I was going to do that and I had to buy a hotel thing. And I called them up and said, I'd like to buy it here, but I want to stay in this area as an Imagineer. I asked if I could do that and they were very nice, but then they erased it all. And if it happens again, but honestly, if it's a race, invest. Okay. And you can see what it's like. But I think one of the worst places to stay is their version of the Disneyland Hotel. It's extremely expensive. It's got tons and tons of wealthy children there, people coming that have nothing but money, and the kids run around like crazy. It's very noisy. It's very big. It doesn't, go visit it. But my opinion is don't stay there and spend anywhere from $500 a night to $1,000 a night to stay there. It's just, I don't think it's worth it, guys. I really think you should wait and spend your money in Japan and stay at one of their hotels. They have two of the most beautiful Disney property hotels. 3, actually. I have never been to the third one, but they're very beautiful. So if you're going to spend a lot of money, I still wouldn't. I just go visit it. But if you're really going to, those hotels are really gorgeous. So I'm sorry. I wish they were better, but to me, they're just not. So, I would save your money. I have been to Vegas, rain in Cars Land. Yes, it is gorgeous. Putting that on my bucket list. Yeah, it is stunning, Sharon. It is stunning. And that was the first way I saw it. And that brought tears to my eyes because that shows you the magic of Imagineers. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. You're all just cats. No. Deanna has so many wonderful cats, and a lot of times when she's visiting with us, she's part of the tribe. When she's visiting us on Zoom, her cats will take over. Yeah, they just want to come and say hello too because it's a family membership. All the family can be there. Nate says, I'm ready and waiting for the pass. My best friend Denise will hopefully grab them for me yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. If you've got someone who's doing Taste of Disney several days in a row, which seriously, what else is there really to do? And I think the legacy pass holder stuff, there might be a spot in downtown Disney. I'll check with Keith to find out. And they can go every day and get it. They don't tick it off. Every day you can get another one. So if I was going back there, I could get one for you. You can't get 2 at a time. And I'm so recognizable, I can't even go and come back later because many people go the same day and come back and get another one. So if you know someone going to A Touch of Disney, ask them to do that for you, okay? Okay. Thank you so much, he says. Of course. Kev's second shot is on the 26th. We'll be going together. Mine's on the 26th. Woo woo. Me and Kev. Exciting, huh? Yeah, it's exciting. We'll post pictures when they arrive. Thank you, Nate. Please do. Please do, all y'all. And Bryce Canyon is beautiful. I've never been, but I've seen pictures and I want to go. As I've said before, I was all about, when I was younger, I was all about not touring the United States. I wanted to tour Europe and Australia, and I still need to go to Africa. I wanted to see other countries. I was all about seeing other countries when I was younger. And now that I'm older, I'm kind of like, okay, let's see what, I had seen the Grand Canyon. My parents and I took vacations in the area. We saw Yellowstone and things like that. So I didn't not see anything, but first thing I went to was Mount Rushmore. I absolutely love it. And then Crazy Horse is about 5 miles, 10 miles from that same area, and beautiful. I'm just saying. Really amazing. So it's going to be time to go see Monument Valley when I get a minute. 20 minutes to get to Sedona. See, so go and enjoy yourself, but social distance. 12 cats. See, what did I tell you? 12 cats. There you go. Enough said. Okay, awesome. I will send her a search when they go. Yeah. I think so. Just say to her, can you do me a favor and go through twice? And they don't record it. They don't blip it. They just let, there's just not enough people to worry about not enough of this product. They did before. When you were a pass holder, you may remember you couldn't get 2 or 3 for your friends and stuff. But right now they're kind of laid back. They're not laid back in that you do have to show your driver's license. You do have to show your pass in order to get this. Okay. But once you do, you can get it. And then they're saying a few times you can get it. So you can get it for your friends who are out of state. I probably should have got one for my friend Liz. Yay. Exactly. Yay. Yay. So guys, that puts us at the 2 hours and 41 minute mark. It is now 12:10. I'm going to sign off as I've got lots of mailings to do and a podcast at 2 that I need to get ready for. But I love you guys. I hope you had fun chatting with me. I know it wasn't a lot of up to the minute news or a lot of stories about certain things, but I promise Monday we'll kind of get back into it. I know some of you asked to see some puppets. I'll do that. And we'll talk whatever we think about that happens over the weekend. Anything you all want to share, please do. I think it will be a lot of fun. Had my second shot, says Leo, 2 weeks ago, and it's great to feel this secure. I agree. Paula says, sweet. Have a great weekend, says Joseph. I say the same. The line for pictures at AP line can get long. That is correct. If you only want the legacy magnet button, you can walk up and ask a cast member and they will hand it to you. Great information, Sharon. And there is a 65th magnet if you play a game. Also, there's a 65th magnet if someone really nice sends you one. And there it is. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, you can't see it very well, but she not only sent me one, but she sent one that I got to put in my treasure chest for a Patreon page. Now the Patreons, my tribe, is wanting to donate stuff for the treasure chest that they can give to people at the treasure chest, which is just, I'm telling you, this is a group you want to be. $5 a month, $60 for the year. You want to be in it. I really want to invite you. Your voice needs to be heard, but we have so much fun. It's great. So thank you, Sharon. You're just someone who would be great to be there. My tortoise came out of hibernation. See, Deanna has a menagerie. You thought just cats. No, she's got tons of them. Have a great weekend, says Bonnie. That's what I say too. Everybody else says hug and love. See how they are? Hugs to friends, and please stay healthy. Please stay distant. Be safe, and look, always happy to donate too, says Nate. So like I said, everybody is so great there. You're missing out if you're not a part of Terri's tribe. I can say that with conviction. Just love it and would love for you to be a part of it. I hope to see you soon. Have a lovely weekend.